Alright, I've hit the start streaming button. So when we last ended, you guys were heading back into the dungeon. It's 7 at night,
Something was
apparently,
about
which
to
is weird.
happen.
I don't remember why you guys left and came back. I'm sure there was a good reason. Yeah, as you're making your way towards unexplored area, Rothbert's in the lead, and it catches his eye that some of the rocks up ahead seem wet, and it stands out because you've been through this stretch of tunnel a few times now, and it's always been pretty dry in here. So that was what you noticed.
Has it been raining recently?
You know, heavy rain today.
Okay. And can we see the tunnel map?
Yeah, I suppose. I don't... Yeah, here it is. You are... Oh, way down there. I think you were... like... here on your way in.
Okay. When we saw that it was wet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Giving off any kind of odor.
It's like there's some particularly wet rocks up ahead.
Well, we'll go slowly.
Very well. Odor wise, I don't think so. Not really.
I asked Tina if the wet rocks look at all magical.
Yeah, head on up there and find out. What is our 10-foot radius? You can take the lead, or are you doing this as you pass them, or what?
I think I would go up right up to them, but not like step onto them or anything, and stop and let the party know that's what I was going to do, and just sort of, pull up Tina and show Tina the rocks.
Got it.
Did anyone happen to keep torches around?
I know I had some. I don't know if I still do. I'm going to have to check.
I've got these smokeless ones.
Yeah, those don't tend to set things on fire.
So, Basil heads up and has Tina out and getting ready to do the detect magic thing, when one of the rocks uncoils almost like a snake and shoots out at him, like its whole body like morphing and striking out quickly.
Gasp.
Rocking.
Well, I mean, Tina fucking cuts that shit in half because she's so good.
Might.
Is that combat or is that?
One moment. Yeah, sure. That can be combat. We'll do it that way. Let's see. I know. You see names you're not supposed to see. I can't do anything about it. I'm sad.
I don't see any names.
Well, perfect.
I see Dave. I see Eric. I see Game Master. I see Andrew. I see Adam.
See everything paused.
Yeah. You guys can put yourself wherever you think you might be in the marching order here. Let me double check how Tina's range is. Detect. 10 foot. That's what I thought. You guys can, I guess, roll initiatives. Whether or not you feel you were ready for combat, I don't know. Up to you. You guys didn't fail a surprise roll, so. What's Andon? Damn, like everybody's on one. What's Andon doing?
Well, he would shoot. You said he's not surprised?
Nobody was surprised.
All right.
Not in the sense that anything gets a free round of attacks.
Okay.
I did give them an initiative of 1 automatically because that's kind of what kicked everything off.
What, is there a detriment to shoot these guys through people, or are they on the wall, ceiling?
I'll do any modifiers, but yeah, you're probably shooting. Well, it depends who you're shooting at. Yeah, you're definitely shooting through some people. So typically it's gonna be around a -4.
All right. I will let you do that then.
Yeah.
Did I make it to? I did. I'm in honor now. High honor go. Well,
Yeah, you hit.
all right.
Wasn't hard. This thing,
7 damage.
okay. Your arrow sinks into the thing and somehow hurts it. I'm not really sure how that works, but the whole thing kind of like flows around it and swallows the arrow up. It was lashing out. Basil. It's got a pretty good reach. The whole thing kind of like stretches and elongates, kind of flowing like a really thick liquid. Well, it lashes out at Basil, and he takes a step back, and it's just short of his face. Can't quite reach him. The other one moves closer to Rothberg. What's Leland doing?
A sling bullet at one of them. Okay.
Yeah, pretty good shot. I'll give you no penalty.
Yeah, give me a moment.
This was going to be the week that I updated for Foundry version 10. But then Vermintide 2 was free, so I ended up playing that instead. You hit it. The thing can move pretty fast, but it seems to do it by like stretching its body, and these things are a fairly big mass, so it turns out it's not that hard to hit it. Your rock sinks right into the thing.
Yep.
Tiger.
Does Tiger think a called shot would be worthwhile
No,
on these
no,
things?
there's nothing to call shot on.
All right.
It's kind of like cult shotting on the liquid version of the T1000 or something.
Gotcha.
There too. You hit though.
I hit the one that's being hit a bunch.
Okay.
Boom.
Yeah, your arrow goes right through it and comes out the other side, dragging like
What?
a trail of slime
Yeah.
with it. I mean, you did damage, but
Oh, okay.
and then you can see your actually you probably can't. Never mind. Chef.
I go and I murder it in the face with an open hand attack that is actually my two-handed sword, but for open hand attackness.
Okay.
I wasn't
that'll-
targeting it at all.
That'll hit.
0 hit.
Yes, a 0 hits.
The end.
Something up real quick. One moment. There we go. Okay. Andrew, roll me a d20. You would like to get high.
Why? Why are you saying this?
Smokers
Pretty
are
high.
jokers.
What's the bonus on your weapon? Oh, and how much damage did you say that was? Was it just the straight up 12?
Just whatever it said.
Alright. Yeah, what's the bonus on that weapon you have?
2.
Alright. Yeah, you slap that thing silly with your blade. And you see kind of like a little bit of smoke starting to come off your blade, and you kind of shake droplets of the thing off it, and your blade seems okay. Rothbert.
Again, fire would be good any time now.
Sorry, it's not your turn.
No, it's not my turn.
You're being attacked. What is your touch AC? You got a shield. Right? What armor? You're getting 7 from your armor, right?
Let's see. I'm getting none from Dex. My rear is 1, so I'm getting like 9 from armor.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. 7 from armor, 2 from the cloak, 5 from the shield.
Okay. You try to get your shield up to block this thing, and it gets around your shield and slams into your armor.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of smoke and stuff coming off your armor right now.
All right.
Rothbard.
All right. I guess I probably need to attack the one that's next to me.
It's kind of like starting to try to flow onto you.
All right.
So it's not like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. I got no fire. So I guess I'm just gonna have to mace it.
Okay. That'll definitely hit.
All right.
Damage.
Oh, that's 10 damage.
1.
Where's all that coming from? I got a +5 damage from my strength. I guess I do.
Yeah, that's what it
10
gets
damage.
when you hover over it. I don't know where'd the +2 come from. Is that the weapon itself somehow?
It's +2 weapon.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's
Give me a D20 roll.
D6 +1. It's a +2 weapon. 5 strength. Add 1. D20. 18.
Tiger.
That's me.
I'm gonna shoot one with an arrow. Does that hit?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Clink.
Did you? I have to do the damage. Okay. Got it. Are you in great honor?
I am. I added the one already.
Oh. Asshole.
Well, I gotta admit, I'm a little bit nervous about this whole situation, but I'm gonna attack it.
All right. With Tina.
The one that is closer to me, yeah. I hope Tina will tell me if she starts smoking and it's bad.
It's trying to attach to your face, but you're kind of backpedaling and you pull your sword out and.
And
You hit. You roll damage.
Boo, fucking boo.
Hey, roll D20.
Roll a d20. Okay. I don't know if I want to. Bam. That is exactly the amount I needed for the good outcome.
Maybe. Sure, Eric. Why not? That works too. I'm not sure I have the answer to that yet, so. Next round. These things just seem to be kind of mindlessly pressing forward towards you.
Derek.
Yes.
Derek.
Oh,
Yes.
Derek.
The description of the smokeless torch says it doesn't emit smoke and never burns out, and it has to be extinguished, which is how you asked us. We were traveling with it.
Yeah,
So
it works.
is it actually real fire that just doesn't smoke?
Correct.
Okay. Can it set things on fire?
Yeah.
All right.
I would assume so.
Andon's getting that out of his backpack.
Cool.
since he also has
Oh
no
my god.
fire.
What did I do?
Other- Mm-mm-mm.
Oh no.
Would be an honor duel, but it's not. All right. Tiger.
Tiger's gonna shoot him with an arrow.
That okay? Yeah. I mean, you can shoot him with anything in this game.
That's true. I could shoot him with my bow.
You hit.
How does that work?
Still not entirely sure how amorphous blobs take damage from arrows, but they do.
I'm taking hunks out of him.
Yeah, I guess this one's been slapped around enough, it just kind of desolidifies and becomes a puddle on the floor. See ya.
And this is clearly a ranged kind of fight, and I will supervise.
Willen.
Willen's gonna magic missile him. Maybe. Aw. That's a level 3. So how many d4s is that?
2. However,
2d4.
both of your missiles just kind of do nothing. They sort of slam into it as if nothing.
What crazy world do arrows work but magic missiles don't?
You know, I have some of the same questions. Why is that public? That's not supposed to be public. Oh, whatever. Yeah, that hits.
Are there any scripts where you can pretend to be rolling a die, but it just for sure is going to be a 20? Because you could ruin everything with one of those.
I could do that. Dave.
Yeah.
Did this hit you? This actually hit you.
Okay.
Yeah, how do I want to do that? We'll do it this way. This thing slams into your side again, slamming into your bronze plate. Just burning big chunks of it away.
Okay.
However, it doesn't get down to you because you got a lot of armor there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm doing that thing.
I'm doing the damage to the armor because the other alternative is it says it destroys chainmail in 1 turn, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to deal with that. That's weird. Go ahead, Eric.
pulling
right.
a potion out and throwing it at it.
We'll roll a hit.
I think it's actually just a straight up D20 in my case because I have a +3 or +4 missile adjustment. Probably what, a -4 for it being unfamiliar. And then +1 for honor. So
That's good enough.
okay.
Now I get to figure out what that does. Oh, wait. Item saving throw.
Tracked one from
I'm going to give it. Roll a d20. Hey, that's what you wanted. You wanted low. You actually hit this thing, so it didn't shatter. The thing just sort of kind of engulfs it. However, the acid of it does get through the glass.
Okay.
Which makes your potion hit it. I'm just going to have it do some damage. I'm not entirely sure what this would do. Why don't you give me 5d4 penetrating? You can put honor in there at the end, too.
I forgot to, so I guess 6 more. Since 1 penetrated.
These things you have not heard make any noise other than, I guess, the incidental noise as they move, kind of move along the dungeon floor. But so it doesn't shriek or anything, but Eric chucks something into it, and all of a sudden, a whole lot of it just like gets really liquidy and starts running all over the floor, kind of like the one that Adam killed. However, there's still a little bit of it still intact. Robert.
All right. And we'll hit it again.
Wish we could contain some as a weapon.
That will hit.
11 damage.
All right. Give me a d20. +2. You're good.
Okay.
Your weapon does not seem hurt by it. Your armor stops smoking.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay, Anden's got this torch out.
Says it eats chainmail in 1 round, plate in 2, and magical armor in 1 round per each plus. But I don't like that way of doing it. Especially if you have a game with armor damage. I can see it when you don't. But
Oh, that was all the armor damage we went to town to just fix.
yep.
Awesome.
If how many proteges with you right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3?
Big Jim, Twillin, and Anden. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you don't see any wet rocks ahead at this point.
Good.
Didn't seem too bad other than Rothwort's got a big melted side of armor, I guess.
Awesome.
Did they like turn into goo puddles, or what happened to these things?
Yeah, they kind of desolidify, and now they really look like water on the floor. Whereas before they kind of looked like wet rocks, whereas their appearance gave it the wet thing, but they kind of looked like rocks. Now they just look like, I don't know, the ground's kind of wet where they were.
All right, Derek. We're going, let's see, here. We're going to go down to the Minotaur Cave again.
Okay.
Up that way.
Well,
the intention is to get up to that room up there. Oh,
yeah, pull up my other map.
yes.
Get to the Minotaur room. Then you get to the room that I think led up to the lizards. And then you're following along. I was wrong. That wasn't where the lizards were.
The lizards were in the gladiator area.
Yeah, yep. And then finally you make it back up to there. And you did not encounter anything along the way. But it did take some time. It's probably about 2 hours of
Okay.
dungeon speed. Now where are you going?
We were going to look at the 20-foot high
Right.
passage.
You do the
You said there was
typical send thing up with a
handholds
rope, and oh yeah, there were handholds. You're right. If you're wearing like plate, honestly, it's still kind of a tough climb, but yeah, given time, not a problem. Get up there. Starts going like that, where now you're probably above that other thing because you're 20 feet up. And then it starts to slope upward as it continues going this way. And finally, you come to another area. Sound right? Hmm. All right, you this kind of opens up into an actual worked room. There's a staircase on the west wall that kind of goes up a little ways, and you can see it's just all caved in wherever it came from. So this is probably a basement of some building above, based on the other areas like this you've seen. There's four. Wait, let me double check. I think there's 4 exits. Nope, there's 3 exits. That way and one that way. There's big 3-foot tall painted letters in Arcantian. There's an E over the tunnel you just came out of. A W on the tunnel to the east. And an S on the tunnel to the south. And as you kind of look up the staircase to where all the stuff is collapsed, you actually see a wooden chest sitting up like all the way. It's not really that far. It's maybe like 8 feet up before you hit the collapse. It's kind of placed on the topmost step that it can be on before all the collapses.
Okay. We'll check that chest out. Which direction did you say the stairs were?
They're on the west wall.
Okay. All right. We'll check that chest out.
Wooden chest. Seems to have a lock.
Okay. Can somebody around here pick locks?
I know a guy.
Maybe. I will check that out and see if it looks trapped in any way, somehow, some way.
Okay. It's your guy. Here, wait a fucking.
42%.
Hate it when I drag you and it slowly moves you up. 42, you say?
That's just private to the other players. That doesn't help me. That doesn't count. Blind roll the GM. Here we go. Let's do this one.
Oh, okay, that'll work. Does it show you?
It says Andrew privately rolled some dice, and then it says question mark, question mark, question mark.
Perfect. All right, what did you say your chance was?
42.
Doesn't seem trapped.
I feel very confident of that, I imagine. So I've never messed this up before.
I mean, I bet you feel 42% confident. Oh, you've never. Okay, 100% confident then.
Oh, right. And then I have a 51 for open locks because they couldn't teach me shit in town last week.
You should try that. Well, as you're rooting around in there, failing to get the lock open, a poison needle pricks you in the finger. I mean, a needle, maybe not poison, pricks you in the finger.
Probably. How would they keep the poison like ready all these years? That doesn't make me. It probably dried out.
Yeah.
Using as a master monk.
Yeah.
I use my dexterity to have my fingers dodge out of the way. Clearly.
Like with time travel?
No, at all times.
He heard it coming. He heard the click.
Why don't you give me a saving throw versus
standard non-poison needles?
You're not like just immune to poison. Oh no, it's at level 11.
Well, that only misses by 1.
Yeah. Be cool if you were in great honor, right?
If only we're still in Great Honor.
Yeah, I almost was, but then we fought a guy that was killing all of us.
So Fane's sitting there checking out the chest, and then he gets out his lockpicks and starts doing his thing, and then you guys probably see him collapse and start to convulse. What would you like to do?
Arden cast slow poison on him. Actually, no. How about
No, we want his stuff.
He can convulse it slower.
I'll have Rothbard cast it. He'll have 6 hours then. Not that one.
I like that Andon
Oh.
starts to cast it, and Rothbard puts his hand on his shoulder. He's like, no.
Wait.
Let him convulse a little longer. Okay. Yeah, you Fane, you kind of you feel the prick in your finger and you look down and you're like, well, that can't be good. And then kind of your vision fades and you feel all your muscles clench up and tighten and you're kind of on the
I
ground.
make a mental note of exactly how that happened, so I'll recognize that specific needle trap again.
Excellent. However, then suddenly the pain and convulsions stop.
And Rothbard is standing over you.
Yep.
Why does this keep happening?
Well, maybe you should get better at picking locks.
If I drop, I suppose I could give up spider climbing. I don't wanna. Spider climbing's cool, but
Where-
being dead's not great.
Yeah. Maybe I should start picking the locks.
Yeah.
It's okay. When she healed me at the end last time, she gave me a punch card, and my 7th poisoning is free.
That works.
All right. Did we get in the chest at least?
No.
Not yet. I wasn't quite done.
Okay.
Do you go back to it to finish out?
Did the needle go back in the chest?
No, it's just sitting there poking out.
Okay. Well, then we can remove that, and we'll be safe.
Yeah.
Take
Unless
your
unless
pliers,
it's a
grab hold of it.
rotary needle system.
You can remove the needle.
We do that carefully with, carefully.
Yeah.
And then I'll drink some alcohol, and then I will finish picking the lock, and not be so rudely interrupted.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It turns out it's a really hard lock, though. You don't think you can get this?
Slow poison
You're just failing
probably
at all the
makes you
things.
not get drunk nearly as fast. That's probably great for Fane
Yeah, you probably don't get drunk at all.
and terrible at the same time.
Man, just like She-Hulk.
Right.
That would be a really funny thing to cast at the end on him on off days. Well, maybe your god wouldn't like it.
Anyway, big oak chest lock. It's not open.
I think this is a dummy lock. I think it has to be broken open.
Well, give it a go.
I don't have those. I have stabby weapons, not, smashy weapons.
You can stab it between in that seam where the lid is and just pop it open.
Crush it in your
Yeah,
hand like
okay.
She-Hulk. Wait, what are you doing?
Well, I guess. Oh, I do. Wait. Do I have one of those? No, I think I dropped that. I will use this sword, and I will attack the lock with a called shot to the lock.
Really? Well, all right. 2 metal, 2. All right, give me a d20 roll.
That's pretty good, right?
Man, this well, not an attack roll, but That's okay. I'll take the 4 that you rolled. Um, due to the not due to the expert way you wield it, but due to the magic enchantment on the weapon, it does not chip or break as you just slam it repeatedly into a hard metal lock. That said, I don't know. Give me like yeah, I'll just do it. You not click the bend bars lift gate? Is there not a button for that? Lame. Yeah, you take a few good whacks, and you don't so much break the metal lock as you end up, I guess, kind of breaking right around the chest where it's actually locking it together. You do finally get it off. And
I got it.
there's a chest you can loot. On the
All
map.
right. Loot it. It's just on the map.
Rothbard pushes you aside and digs into the chest. Meanwhile, I assume Basil's searching for secret doors because he always does that. Is that correct?
You know, since you asked, it makes me feel like I shouldn't and that there's some kind of trap. But yes, I am going to do that.
The wall tries to eat you. No, not really. But that'd be great.
You are such a jerk.
Hey, Jake.
It's me.
There are rations in here. They good?
Kind of cutting out. Are there what?
There are rations in here. Are they any good?
They are. Man, I don't know how long the iron rations last.
Okay. I was just trying to
If you
gauge.
can answer that question for me, I can tell you yes or no.
I was just trying to gauge how long this chest has been down here.
Yeah, let me look. You definitely
The-
have the sense it's not hundreds of years.
Okay. The silver coins, are they recent monies?
Even low-grade iron rations in D&D should last at least 6 months without spoiling, if not a year or longer, according to D&D sage advice. Therefore, yes, they're still fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was your next question?
The silver coins, were they recent monies or were they silver pennies things?
They are Arcantian coins, not
All right.
they're your normal just silver pieces.
It looks like we found a druid's backpack, basically. There's some mistletoe and a sickle and all this other stuff in there. I don't, other than the coins, I guess we could see if any of it's magic.
Ask Tina.
I will ask Tina.
I mean, Tina's kind of busy checking the
Sure.
doors, but as soon as that's done, I'm going to find out if
She's
that's
a,
magic.
she's a popular lady.
Well, after you find no secret doors, I don't even know why you bothered to check. The incense in there is magical.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty sure it looks similar to what Eric already has. Maybe not. You're carrying some, right, Eric?
Yep.
Let me see if it looks the same.
I think I'm carrying at least 2 different kinds.
Oh, I was going to say, the first one I just saw, then, it is not the same. If you have another, maybe.
There's. I'm trying to remember if there was a second one. I know I have the unidentified stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to call that unidentified.
But I thought at
Well-
one point I had a different one that I knew of.
I just named the unidentified one for you.
Okay.
I thought maybe you did, but I'm going to expand your stuff here for a minute.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Well, it doesn't match the unidentified ones. Different color, different everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I could have swore I had. Did I
Yeah,
sell it
I
at some point?
thought
Maybe.
you did. I thought you did too, but I don't know. Or someone else yoinked it.
Did it
There-
get dispelled in the dispelling mishap?
There are
No.
at least 3 that I know of, so it's entirely possible. It still wasn't the same, even if you did have another. This one is, for the record, shit, where'd it go? Dave's got it. Doesn't describe what it looks like. We're gonna say it's blue. It's like a blue. I don't even. What does incense look like in its natural state? I assumed it was like a stick you burn or something, but
It can just be flaky.
Or it could be
Usually it's either a powder or it's pressed into a cake.
a brick, a cake. Yeah.
okay, yeah, it's probably pressed then. It's like a blue brick. It's crack. It's cocaine.
All right. If anybody else sees anything in there that they want to grab, have at it. And then we'll put it back up there.
Okay. Just gently close it again and set the lock
Sure.
on top, or
Silver sickle. What kind of damage does that do?
Great against werewolves.
so
Maybe I
the
should get like a Grim Reaper kind of thing going and use that as my standard unarmed attack.
I think it's a small sickle for removing mistletoe. You know, all those
Oh.
druid things.
That doesn't sound as good. Is there anything hidden in the bedroll?
if you unroll it and look through it, no.
Okay.
Other than it smells kind of bad. Patchouli. Unless you like patchouli, then it's great. So the passage to the south with a big S over it looks like it slopes slightly upward, and the passage to the east looks kind of level. The passage to the east with a W over it, I believe, if I remember correctly.
So we will take the passage marked S.
Very well. It slopes upward, continues. You go maybe 100 feet or so. And it opens into a very... Oh, damn it. A very large cavern. Where you're standing as you come in, you like... I drew a big thing. You can't see across that. It's... Your light is 60 feet. At the edge of your light, you can see... In fact, just to give us the right... Put us in the right frame of mind here. So you're not looking at the map. As you come in, you just see a huge cavern ahead of you. You know what? Maybe there's flavor text. Let me find out. There's... The ceiling, actually, you wouldn't even be able to see above you. It's beyond your light radius. Other than the fact there's a bunch of... kind of like crystals kind of embedded in the walls, so they catch the light and reflect it. So you're kind of able to see. It's a big 70-foot tall cave. Out in front of you, you just see basically a big cavern floor, and just about at the edge of your light, you see, like, kind of just beyond your light, you see kind of a greenish glow at ground level. You're not sure exactly what it is. It's like little spots of green glowing. You could continue to move in and you'd probably get a good look, but I just didn't want to assume.
Sure.
But otherwise,
Well-
like right in the entrance, it's just like huge, enormous cavern.
Okay. I'll move in.
All right, as you start moving forward, and your light kind of illuminates where that glow is up ahead, you start to see what looks like kind of the shore of an underground lake. And the green glow seems to be coming from lichen floating in the water. You're also hearing from somewhere ahead in the darkness, yelling in a language that none of you understand, but it is distant and hard to make out, but it is like a very loud, commanding voice. You don't feel like it's talking to you. You feel like you're walking into something going on. Because like you occasionally hear, just nowhere near as loud, some other voices like way in the distance. Also, no idea what they're saying. Your impression is something or someone is very, very mad, way ahead in the darkness, probably beyond the water. But you can't really see much at the moment.
Is this worth going in, guys, or head back?
Well, if they're dangerous, they're at least distracted.
Well, we're pretty freaking obvious with all the light we have.
There's enough glowing lichen that you can actually see that the lake. There's actually, you can probably just barely make out the shape of an island in the middle of the lake, and that's probably like 30 feet from the shore you're on. So like, it's a pretty big underground lake with kind of like a little island in the middle. And you'd be at least 30 feet away. You'd have to like swim 30 feet or somehow transport yourself 30 feet into that island. So you know.
Does the lake go wall to wall? Is there a way around it?
You would have to start circumnavigating the big cavern. You can do that, but you don't know right now. It's just too dark in here. You definitely see like a big... Let's see. If you had to guess, based on the glowing you're seeing, it heads at least 200 feet south from you and at least 100 or 200 feet to the east as well.
The cavern.
Yeah, so you're kind of maybe at like the northwest corner of this area as you're coming in. So as you look off to your left, you see that green glow going like, I don't know, 100 to 200 feet. It's hard to tell. And looking south a little bit farther even.
Okay. Do we want to walk around this body of water, guys?
I'd like to see who those dudes are, but I don't know if we all should go. Can we get the monk to spider climb his way over?
How high is the cavern in here?
More than 60 feet.
Yeah, if we can't see, if it's out of our light range.
It's out of your light range other than the fact there's kind of like little crystal chunks embedded in the cavern wall here. They do a good job reflecting the light so you kind of can see the ceiling. It's shadowy up there, but you can see it. It's about 70 feet up.
I just don't like not knowing what's out there in case we get surprised by it later.
All right, we go left.
Yeah, makes sense.
You, okay. You, how close are you getting to the water as you walk? Like, what distance are you on the shore? Are you 30 feet away? Trying
I
to
guess
get a
just
sense
past
of what you
max tentacle layer.
If you got all the way up to the shore, your light would probably be far enough to see some of the island. So that's why I'm trying to... I'm not sure if you're hugging the walls you come in or you're getting closer to the water.
I don't want to be dragged by tentacles.
You know what?
I think we should hug the wall.
I'm just going to do this. Do this.
Huh.
Yeah, no, look at this. You said you're hugging the wall.
Yes.
As you continue, there are spots where the water gets a lot closer to the edge of the cavern. In fact, as you're starting to kind of come to what you think is the end and have to start rounding now, instead of going straight east, you're gonna have to start heading kind of like southeast. You can kind of come around the side of the lake. You're at a point where it's only maybe like 15 feet from the edge of the cavern wall, so you can see it. You also see the water's really stirred up now. You don't think it was when you came in. You're unsure what's causing it. Other than you think you're occasionally getting glimpses of something out over the water, like flying. Something big. Not like dragon-sized or anything, but definitely bigger than a man. But it's just like a shadowy shape in the distance between the glowing of the water and the little bit of light you have that's reflecting on, like, you're not getting a good view. But as you continue around, eventually you've kind of gotten to the point where the lake's almost behind you now, unless you start to veer off to the right and kind of like follow its perimeter around.
All the noises coming from the island, we think.
Yeah. And then, but you also, as you've been going this way, you actually see a passageway leading out of this big cavern. So I don't know if you want to take that passageway, if you want to keep circling around the lake, or circling around the cavern wall. Let me just draw a little something, because I don't know if I'm. Let me kind of do it at the bottom of this map here. You guys came in here. A solid thing is where you think an island is. You start coming around this way. Eventually, like, the lake starts to curve that way. You guys, that's the wall. There's kind of a passage out here. So you're probably like right about here right now. This big blob is like the island. Probably.
Is it? Okay.
The scale here is between like the wall and the lake can be 20, 30, 40 feet, depending where. It got a little narrower, like right here, maybe.
Let's keep circling the lake.
You stick to the wall or the lake?
I'd stick to the wall while we're circling the lake.
Okay. At one point here, you can barely see the lake at the edge of your light. Because it probably does something like that. Although eventually it does curve in a lot closer. But at this point, let's do this. There.
Quitter.
As you come back around to where you started, at one point there, waves were actually like lapping up over the. It doesn't make any sense. It was almost like ocean waves at a point there. There's something really stirring up the water out there.
Well, do we want to head to that other entrance and keep going, or you guys want to go out and mess with whatever's on the island?
I think I like the other cave better. The other cavern.
The island sounds scary.
You guys are heading down the east passage?
Sure.
All right.
Is there any letters over the entries or anything?
No. One moment. Hey, bud.
she refuses and she's not doing anything, she refuses, just pick her up. But if she's like, but if usually she's pretty calm, just pat her booty twice.
I'll
Usually
do it.
she just goes up.
She knows. Okay, I'm back. Passage going out that way. All right. It actually kind of like comes up and curves. Around. You know what? That whole thing probably took that. Eventually, it starts sloping downward again. And you come to a junction. You can go left or right.
Right.
Figure something out. There, to there, there. Okay. You go right, and it comes to another Y junction. Ignore the fact that it's overlapping that other arrow or that other tunnel because it doesn't.
Keep going right.
It starts sloping upward, and eventually you come to a place you recognize, and that you think this actually, not that it turned that way, but this actually connected up right there.
Okay.
You find yourselves down in this room here.
Okay.
Like, oh
Like
shit!
to backtrack and go left then.
All right. Kind of shoot it up there because obviously it's got to be above the other one. There's a passage that comes off to your left, or you can keep going.
Keep going.
Think you've connected up to that.
Okay.
Find
Backtrack.
yourselves in this room.
All right. Backtrack and go this way.
All right. Be confused about where Webb's is. One moment. Yeah. Yeah. So as you start going up that left-hand passage, there's a Y junction. It goes two different directions. One of them, the one to the left, seems to start sloping upwards.
The left starts sloping upwards.
Yep.
Take that one then.
You find yourself in the room where Fang got himself poisoned.
Okay. Backtrack and take that other one.
Yeah.
Do we eventually run into the webs?
You start seeing a bunch of webbed up, start seeing cobwebs up ahead.
All right. Let's not go that way. How about, well, we go back to where this room
Uh-huh.
and leave that way.
All right, so you come to a Y junction, you're making a left.
Yes. Let's go that way. Do we get back to webs?
Yeah, you do. God damn it.
All right. Well, now we know where the webs are. We'll backtrack and go these two ways. One of those two ways.
Well, there's a right or a left.
Left.
All right.
How long have we been doing this?
It's probably about 11 at night now. You came in around 9? That can't be right. Came in at 7, I think.
I was gonna say, I thought you said we came in around 7.
Mm-hmm.
It's 9 o'clock when he got poisoned.
He got poisoned closer to 10 or 11. Here, I can tell you how long it's been, maybe.
Because we've only got 6 hours before that poison kicks back in.
Oh, it's not ticking down the duration because he's not on the combat tracker, I think. Well, he's probably got about 4 hours left.
Okay. Then we will go.
Love it. Pit trap. That'd be great, though. Your trap. So you go this way. It's maybe 2, 3, 4, probably about 500 feet of just tunnel. Then it starts sloping down, and both directions continue to slope down, but it kind of branches off to your left, or it continues on straight.
Left.
Check. You continue down that way about 250 feet or so, and it just eventually dead ends.
Maybe we should look for a secret door down here.
The ground here kind of seems all torn up.
Like it caved in or something?
Like something was tunneling around in there.
Hmm.
It's like where a lot of what you've been walking on is like hard rock. It seems almost loose and gravelly in a few spots. You're also seeing. You can make it out having recently fought them, but like the decaying corpse of a minotaur, like something has been eating it.
Hmm.
Probably a lot of the fleshy parts are gone.
Okay. All right. We'll head back.
All right, down the other passageway.
Sure.
All right, that continues sloping down and then comes into. You see a worked area. Flip to the PDF. The ceiling's about 20 feet high in here, and it is instead of natural stone, it's worked. I don't know, like bricks and stuff in the ground. The same way that the temple is.
Yeah.
Just as you're looking from where you can enter, the walls to your left and right both stretch beyond your light radius. You can't see the other end of the room, and you just see sarcophagi everywhere. Like
piles of sarcophagi.
they're not piles. They're
Rows upon
all
rows.
very close together, though. Like it could be hard to move between them. You just from where you're standing, you can count like 100. You see a couple, kind of probably near the edge of your light right now. You see a couple larger like mausoleums, which would be like, instead of just a sarcophagus that might hold a body, it's more like a 10-foot by 10-foot little mini building. It's basically, you think you found an underground graveyard here.
Okay. Does How far does this room go? You said past, like way past.
Well, you'd have to start walking in it. I didn't want to assume.
Did the sarcophagi have markings on them at all?
Yeah. Can we tell who?
They are all decorated in various ways. Probably without trouble, a few you can read various names off of. They'd be meaningless to you. Others just have cool carvings in them. Like knightly warrior looking guy. Some are pretty plain. It's a mix, and it's not like someone lifted them up and threw them in a pile, which is how I took your first comment. But they're definitely
Right.
they're definitely really packed in there.
So you're saying to traverse this room, we'd have to like climb on top of these sarcophagi?
If you wanted to go through the middle, you'd probably have to. There's probably a paths you could do, but it's like you might have like 8 inches or a foot of clearance between two in some places or whatever. But like you could weave your way in an indirect route through stuff. You know what I mean?
Is there more space around the outside, or?
Yeah, there's probably enough that you can hug a wall. I mean, you're still going to get pretty close to quite a few of them.
Okay.
But...
That's fine. I'm fine with hugging a wall.
All right, you're going to make the circuit.
Yeah.
I drew it as a rectangle, but it's kind of a squarish room, probably about 100 by 100, and you can easily count that there are 10 mausoleums in here. The number of sarcophagi, like over 300, you're guessing. You feel like you've seen all of the room from like going around the perimeter, though. Like your light was enough between the two that you recognize some things, but
Exits or entrances?
you don't see any other than the one you came through.
All right. What do you guys want to do? Check out some of the mausoleums, or just leave the dead?
Let's go back. We'll come back later.
I mean, I pull out Tina and ask, like I go over by some of them and ask if they're magic. Like if she's singing anything magic. Man, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Can't hear you.
No, I'm muttering to myself. The room description does not match the directions. So basically, where you entered, it was a pretty narrow entryway, like about 2 feet wide, where the tunnel kind of squeezed into this. It almost looks like whoa, hello.
Sorry.
It almost looks like it was tunneled in here by accident, not like this was the main way in. At one point while you were making your circumference or your I don't know perimeter, going around the perimeter of the thing, you did see. God damn it, Chloe, be quiet. Hey, chill. You did see another collapsed stairway heading up that you definitely don't think you could get through without excavation equipment. Dog has to bark at literally everyone who ever goes by. SEAL Team Flicks. What's that? fully cooperative or solo tactical dexterity game that pits players against the forces of terrorism. Fancy.
Oh, you look at it.
Gonna add
Adam.
this thing. Had you guys made a decision? I might have missed it.
Tina was checking for magic random places.
Yeah, we're leaning towards coming back later, is what it sounded like to me. But I mean, before we go, I want to see if we're seeing anything obviously magical.
Take you about 40 minutes, I think, roughly, to detect magic as you go around the 100 by 100
I
room.
think we want to spot check the mausoleums because those are going to have better stuff theoretically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
that's
going
scary.
into the mausoleums? God damn it! Now my
I
character's
say
gone.
no.
So far, my impression is you guys just walked around along the outer edge of the room.
Yeah.
None of the mausoleums themselves are glowing with magic.
Okay.
But
That's
but
something.
are you doing a full perimeter sweep or just looking at? I mean, you actually, to be fair, you wouldn't be able to know that. You got to be within 10 feet for your detect magic.
Right. So yeah, we just walked the perimeter, and you know, occasionally he held up his sword and asked it if there was magic. But yeah, we're not doing an exhaustive search.
Agreed.
There you are, back at the entrance. Is it time to leave? Where are you headed?
Yep. I guess we're going to this other way.
Yeah, where's that?
Did you follow this north path, Dave?
Yeah, it dead ended.
Oh, that's right. That's where the Minotaur was.
Yep. And something was burrowing, collapsed the area, whatever. That's why it dead ended.
This begins to slope downward. Probably, I don't know, 200 feet of travel or so. You're not really sure how much of that was downward.
Okay.
Continues on for a while, and
That actually lines up.
yeah.
Okay. Well, looks like really the only thing we haven't done is the rats, the web, and the 25-foot path. How much time do we got on the slow poison?
At least 20 hours, I'd say.
Well, it only goes for 6.
Yep, 20. That's what I'd say.
All right.
I don't know. It's about 11:30 now. It probably 3 to 3.5.
Okay.
Forgot to
Probably still
synchronize your
time. Just
swatches.
call it and head on up.
Well, Arden's also got one, and so we got 4 hours at the end of that. So,
Well, it works out that about the time the first one finishes is also when the strength wears off. So
what
and
is?
it's also late. We walked up the cliff already today.
Okay. Sure. We can go. We can go get our old room back.
Oh, Dave, they're still this way too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, up here,
Okay, yeah.
the 25-foot one, and we haven't looked at the rats or the web.
You're all right. How are you leaving?
Well, where did we get to determine that these two connected up?
I don't know. Probably not at the junction, but probably either as it started to go really, really, really down, or if you had gone right as you met up to this junction. You've been through that one enough times that you're probably
Okay.
starting to get
So
familiar with it.
if we're right there, we can just leave. That way.
Okay. Just want to make sure that's where you're going. So it takes you about an hour to get out. Teleport up, get to the city, try walking out. The guards waved you in the towers as you pass out of the city.
It's like after midnight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eh.
You don't run into any cultists this time.
Cool.
And you get back to the inn.
Awesome. Is the cleric there?
He's in bed.
Okay. Would would she be willing to wake up for healing this guy?
It costs extra in the nighttime, overnight, the third shift premium.
You know, I think given that it costs like 1,000, it probably is fine.
All right.
Is that what it cost? I'm trying to remember.
What it cost last time.
Yeah. That's what she would charge.
That's what I will pay. Will she take a 1,000 gem pearl?
After getting it appraised here, yeah.
I will mark it off.
Excellent. You are poison cured. You think?
Awesome.
I drink some alcohol and make sure it's working.
Yeah, you start to feel a little buzzed.
Hey, Derek.
That's me.
The parapet of proof against poison that I have on. Do you have to wear that for any amount of time before it starts protecting you, or could I just give it to him the next time he goes to try and open a chest?
The second one.
Okay.
This isn't 5.
I'm only allowed to have 3 magic accessories at a time, so I'll have to hand you one of mine in a trade.
Here, put on these boots.
I can just hold them for you while you use my. See, I don't think that'll hurt you. You're holding something of mine for a little while. It's not like it's yours. Should be okay.
Yeah, I would not.
I don't know if monks look for loopholes like that.
I would not be concerned about a 2-minute usage of an item.
All right. Is there some other spell I should learn?
Or neutralize poison.
Well, I'm gonna, obviously memorize that again. Did you? Well, I can't get neutralize poison.
Yeah, I know.
That's too high level.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Ah, so
Sure.
you're being a dick.
Kind of a jerk.
Accurate.
Level 4, which means I'd have to be what, a 9th level, 7th level caster,
Hey,
Seventh
Tiger,
or
Yeah.
7th level.
you wanna borrow my ring of spider climbing for a while?
Like how long?
I don't know. Like I can't. I'm at my max limit on magic items because monks are weird. So I'm not wearing the thieves mask, but I probably should because it's plus 20 to all those skills.
Sure. Hit me.
I'll move it. Done. I've hit the long rest button and I've advanced the time to 6 a.m. Although obviously, if you want more than 6 hours of sleep,
Edwin tells you all about the things he's been reading with comprehend languages tonight, and other days as well.
Awesome.
Are we gonna go grave robbing tomorrow? Is that the plan?
Do we want to rob those graves?
Quillen says, yeah.
Yeah. Twillen told me we do.
I mean, oh, hey, Derek.
Yeah.
At one point, wanted to talk to the people in the bar or whatever about the history of this area. Like, we know the gladiator pit that we came out of over there. Do they know what that area is? Is that just more town that isn't used, or what is actually around here on top of this cliff?
Well, so this used to be a whole city.
Okay.
So, I mean, absolutely, there would have been anything you find in any major city: temples, shops. There was a gladiator school or a gladiator arena for entertainment. Various administration buildings. There was a palace. There was a jail. You know, they'd call it a dungeon. And that spot is actually where you came up from the lizard. No, wait. There was somewhere you came up and you could see the stone golem type things, statues. That is that middle island in the city or whatever. That used to be like a dungeon, jail area, basically. Let's see what else.
Where did we come up out of there? Where were we when we came up there? Were we traveling through this area?
I don't remember.
We found the secret door into the basement.
That's right. Yep. That was not far from where you entered, I think.
Yep.
Let me look what else is up here. Obviously, there's the Pyramid of Thoth. There's the tower, just south of the pyramid. There's big statues. There's some sort of like... Is it an aqueduct?
Could you show us the overland map?
Yeah, let me do that.
Sure.
Just try to launch another foundry. That's not going to be good. Let me see if I can find it. One second. I guess I'll do this one. I think it has line of sight enabled. Let me just make you able to see it for now. All right, I think you should be able to see the whole thing.
Yep. And the gladiator was way over here somewhere.
I think it was off the west end of the map.
Yeah. Were there other ways across that river? Like north out of here?
Not really. You'd probably have to take one of the bridges. There's two to the south. Or the, like, right in the middle.
Okay.
The ones up on this north end are broken.
Sure. But if we...
In fact, if you're asking around, what they say is if you want to cross, the best place to do it is right in the middle. Just southwest of the temple there.
I thought they said don't go on the islands.
Not both islands, just this one.
The north one? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what is the south island then?
Oh, there used to be a palace there? That'd be the ruins kind of on the north end of that island.
Okay.
It's pretty collapsed in.
Like?
Probably the crumbled remains of a tower there.
Okay. So north off of this picture, you
There's
know,
a
where
dam. There's a dam down at the south there, which kind of controls the flow rate of the waterfall, essentially.
right.
And all of this like other colored area to the left of the lake
Yeah.
almost looks like it's like spillover. Like it didn't used to be back in the day. It wasn't that big of a water. In fact, you can see buildings that it's kind of like flooded.
Okay.
I don't know. There's statues everywhere. Like it's not on the map. It's misleading when you look at this map because you see a few buildings. You're like, oh, well, there's only like 10 buildings. No, there's like the crumbled remains of buildings everywhere. Think a city where there were homes everywhere and shops and
Right.
taverns and you name it. It's just most of them are complete rubble at this point and overgrown. I mean, it's been hundreds of years.
Okay.
Not even been 1,000 years. Like up in the northeast corner, the reason that's so big is it was like a big wealthy person's estate.
Ah.
They don't know who. I mean, they're not history scholars here. I don't know. It'd be hard to know anyway without having some sort of records of the time. It could be like, yeah, so and so noble lived in Ardenville. It's not going to be like, yes, this was the exact GPS coordinate they lived at.
All right.
Who knows? Maybe a giant head would know the answer.
Okay. No, I was.
Oh, damn. Call back.
I was just trying to figure out, since the inn is off the north side of this map, I was just wondering if there was some other way across so we could actually use that arena without having to come all the way back down into this city.
There is no man-made way to cross the river here. I assume they don't really have map for how far stuff goes north and what it would be like. But yes, I'm assuming the middle is going to definitely be the closest way to cross that river, short of magic or building something yourself, or
Right. Okay.
they never go across it.
Yeah.
And just like a city would be, I mean, the city was the main hub, but there were homes and farms and stuff once outside the walls. Apparently, there was a gladiator school outside the walls.
Yeah.
Or an arena, whatever it would be. So even though like this is the main map of the area, there'd still be, if you're walking through the forest out there, you're probably going to occasionally step on some crumbled stones of some building from 1,000 years ago or something. So
Okay.
it's just a lot more scattered and fewer and far between out there.
All right. So the next day, are we going back to check out the 25-foot high passage?
What do you guys think about picking up our statue head friend and shrinking him down?
I think we should shrink that green dragon down. Keep him in a little jar.
It'd still be pretty big.
I mean, dragons are pretty magic resistant now, so they probably won't work. But I mean, I like where your head's at.
That's why we gotta save charges. We get 2 tries.
I mean,
Everybody knows, everybody at the tavern anyway knows, that dragon lives down in that southwest area where the swampy land is. They think
Oh, he actually lives in the city?
either like in or around that southwest tower. That's where he is usually spotted. No one who's ever gone to check it out has ever come back. So
So they found riches and were able to retire.
that would be another reason they don't really cross the river too much. Is the dragon's on that side of the river.
Okay.
The dragon mostly leaves them alone. If the guards who man these north towers ever see the dragon, they just kind of go back down below and hope it doesn't want to eat anything.
Yeah, the dragon needs the, place to be in operation to bring in more adventurers.
Yeah.
I guess my issue with the statue head man is we were having issues with him telling other people our business, and I don't know why that would change.
Well, if we can
I
stick
see
him
it's
in
small.
our
That
pocket or
and
something.
I can only imagine he doesn't sleep. So like I imagine we're trying to sleep and he's just like trying to talk our ear off because he hasn't talked to anyone in like
Can't we make a nice little like box for him and stick him in there?
a soundproof box. That sounds
Yeah.
great.
Oh, you guys have been here long enough now that you know they don't really talk about it, but you know that the owners of this inn, they're wary of the dragon, but they leave it like deer, cows, various other things, kind of as offerings now and then.
Okay.
All right, the next time we go back to town, I'll have a little box made and we'll stick him in there.
Yeah, let's do that.
If you're asking about the city, which it sounded like you were, Dave, I
Yeah.
don't know if you can still see it. I'm pinging a house over here. Does it make Does it make you guys go there? If I did shift click
Yep.
do it?
Yep. I did it.
She doesn't know what, but Estelle, the cleric lady here, knows something pretty evil hangs out around there. Some sort of undead, she's guessing.
Undead.
You hate those guys.
I hate those guys. Let's go.
How's your strength doing? Did it come back yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
I mean, my armor's pretty shitty right now, but you know.
They also know, they can tell you there's giant crocodiles and at least one giant snapping turtle in the water down to the south.
Just in the water.
I mean, down in that area. The crocodiles,
Right.
yeah, they live in the water mostly.
So does she memorize neutralize poison every day, or does she like have scrolls made?
She has it memorized.
Okay.
After
Yes.
seeing us for a few days, she's got it memorized now.
Typically, like cure blindness or cure disease, which she offers, you wouldn't get till the next day. Neutralize poison's usually one.
Yeah,
When
that
you need
makes
it, you need it.
I was just thinking if she had scrolls made.
I can cure blindness.
And she typically has various, like a few cure light wounds or cure serious wounds, like those type of spells. She usually has a couple memorized. And you're pretty sure she keeps a dispel magic on hand too.
Well, let's
I
just
guess
go get.
I guess if you ask her, hey, which spells do you have ready? Yeah, it's typically the ones that would be more immediately needed.
So let's just go get 15,000 more experience, and I can cast neutralize poison.
It's like one dragon, Dave.
Yeah, I know. Let's go.
I bet if
Well,
you
I
go,
want to.
I bet if you go solo that evil area, that's probably worth 15,000.
Well, not with my busted up armor. I'll have to take some buddies. But I think we should go check out that evil thing that she's aware of over there. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sure.
How would you like to get there?
I guess we're crossing the island in the middle.
Crossing the bridge that we were told to not go anywhere near. That bridge?
No. We were told not to go to the North Island. We could go over the
We're
South
told
Island,
not to cross that bridge.
but we can cross this bridge.
Oh, okay.
There's a statue stand there of Arden dressed in legionary armor,
Right
leaning on
here?
her spear. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. That's what it used to depict. I'm sorry. All that's left is some marble feet and ankles. My bad.
All right. We'll
Uh,
walk on across. Do we want to check this island out while we're here, or just run on to the Great Evil?
Let's just
check
go.
it out.
Let's check it out.
All right.
That was pretty awesomely timed, Adam.
what, you want to check out the palace ruins?
Yeah. We'll give them a look-see just to see if they're, see what condition they're in.
You'll probably have to start climbing over rubble to get in there. Which you're welcome to do.
I'll climb up on a wall.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You getting good at that sort of thing?
No. What kind of question is that? I'm
So,
just checking it out. Just looking at the lay of the land.
like climbing a wall, or like walking up rubble. Like I'm not sure what you think you're doing. So,
Yes, if the walking up the rubble would be the easier thing for me to do. So let's
I
just
mean,
do
to be
that.
fair, there's not really walls anymore, other than
Okay.
kind of parts of what left of the tower. It's mostly just rocks broken everywhere. Um, yeah. So this used to be the palace of kind of like the governor, from what you understand.
Okay.
The eastern part is probably in the best shape if you want to make your way towards that, whereas everything else just seems completely collapsed.
Okay.
Um, I guess technically here there is a wall with some doors intact. You could try getting in there. They're big 15
Sure.
foot tall black doors.
Do they open?
As you near them, they say in Mithric, "Stand aside, citizen. This is not your home." You're starting to suspect the only reason these are still standing is they're probably enchanted somehow, based on that right there.
All right. Well, I'll try to look over the rubble wall, not at the door.
Sure. So this probably used to be 3 or 4 stories. You're guessing beyond these doors, maybe there's a couple rooms of like the first story that could be intact potentially based on the walls here holding. Um, Kind of if you climb up over, so you're kind of like on the rubble, which would be about maybe a story and a half up. Um, you're not like from this vantage point, you're really not seeing anything other than just rubble everywhere. You don't see any signs anyone's been in. You don't see like campfires or anything. You don't see any obvious movement, anything moving around in there. It's just like overgrown chunks of rock for the most part. If you went through these doors, maybe there's always the potential something goes down, right? Like you find a stairway either underneath rubble or behind some doors where you get down and then, But beyond that, other than these doors here, after you're looking around, you don't think there's probably much intact.
Okay. Let's just keep going then.
Or potentially a little bit of that dome here in the tower. That's a it.
Is the dome intact?
No, it's all collapsed. But it's collapsed a lot higher than everything else. You
Okay.
don't see any. You don't really see any way to get into what's there, if there even is an inn to get into at that point.
Sure.
It's almost like a giant pile of rubble with the top caved in and leaning off. 1,000 years of vines and shit growing. Uh,
All right. I head to the other bridge.
if you wanted to spend a day or two or more making like concerted efforts of poking through rubble and maybe moving people, like it's possible you could find, oh man, underneath here there's a hole and it goes somewhere. But just like standing up on a wall, everything just looks like rubble. I just kind of
All right.
want to make that clear. It's not like this was a full search. That would take days,
Sure.
which is always a possibility. All right, you continue across the bridge, you said.
Yep. What is this a statue of?
I believe that's feet as well.
Feet? Oh,
I think all that's left is feet. Yeah. The bits of it that remain, you're guessing that was a statue of Vul, and the one on the east was a statue of Arden.
okay.
This one's probably a little more intact.
All right. Well, head on up to the evil house.
Here, this is actually a different statue. Sorry. And that's probably the one. Hold on a sec. Yeah, okay. That's the statue. All that's missing from this statue is the head. So that's how you're sorry, more able to tell that one is Fool.
Okay.
You see the robe figure and he's holding his staff and everything.
Maybe our friend the head would feel really good on top of a stone body.
We can ask him if we ever go back there. All right, we head to the evil house.
Yeah, let me check the weather today. Scattered clouds, but mostly clear. All right, good to know.
Okay.
Gonna get level drained.
Is that house pretty much intact?
Can I get the special Leland, touches?
It is decent.
Yeah, I was about to say, before we go and open
Yeah.
doors and such, I'll cast strength on him. I can't target him right now, obviously.
Yeah, let me throw people on the map. Arden, Basil, Big Jim, Fane, Leland, Rothbert, Tiger, Twillin. Was Fedwin coming or was he staying?
I think he's fine away.
Excuse me. Yeah, the building looks crumbly, but a lot more intact than most of the buildings around here have been.
8 strength.
16 plus 8 is 24. I've been
You
practicing.
definitely was it 8 strength again?
Mm-hmm.
I hate you, Eric.
It's not max.
I think it is actually.
9
No,
is max.
I could go one higher.
No, I mean,
Oh, fair.
I think there's a point where it doesn't matter for him. Nope, he's at 2481. He could have gone higher. You're definitely under the impression though that just about anything still intact to this extent is usually enchanted in some way.
Well,
Like the doors over on the palace, you're guessing that tower south of the temple, the pyramid or the pyramid, I should say. The pyramid itself seems well, actually, mostly that's due to really solid construction. Well, there's definitely some enchantment involved too. This building itself is about 60 by 25 feet. There is a front door.
is it? How tall is it? 1 story.
Yes.
Oh, Tiger,
Yes.
just so you know, in order
Mhm.
to effectively spider climb, unless you have really good upper body strength, you need to be barefooted as well.
Oh. That sounds like a pain in the butt.
I don't know, it depends what kind of boots you wear, I guess, and how important it is to climb somewhere.
Apparently, I'm wearing chainmail boots. Willen's got it now.
All right.
You get real good trajectories from hanging off things.
I'll do a walk around the building. Is it just the one door? Is there windows or anything we can peek in?
The windows seem to be boarded up from the inside. And additionally, you think maybe heavy curtains or something were hung over them. And that's probably really the only entrance too.
All right. Is it locked?
You try it?
Yeah.
You
No,
try knocking.
it's not. It creaks open slowly.
All right.
It's very dark inside, as
Should we
any
just throw
window
continual light rocks in and see what happens?
you can.
Yeah.
I'll go holy, but I will keep holy in the next phase. How's that?
My wife's playing WoW, so you're gonna hear some of that.
Holy is for
Thank you.
Holy
What?
is for suckers.
suckers. Holy is for suckers. Disc is the way to
Well,
go.
it's especially weird. I think she's a
Bigger
druid,
is
so I don't know.
It's fine.
Billy holy druids. Maybe
So
she's a
there's
paladin.
kind of like a small foyer as you enter, or as you look inside, I guess, and you see scattered bones, definitely humanoid bones, all over the floor there.
Like they've been pulled apart, or they've been gnawed on. It's just a full skeleton laying on the ground. What's
Yeah,
up?
yes, yes, and yes.
Okay.
And there's a door. There's a couple different doors out of this main room, but the one like straight ahead just slowly creaks open by itself. And you hear a voice say, "Come in, come in."
I'm fine.
Kind of a raspy voice.
Can I see who it is? You think about it?
You can't. What?
I've got my light rock out. Can I see anything?
No. Well, you can see that it's kind of a hallway beyond that door that just slowly swung open in front of you.
We going in, guys?
Why don't you go in?
Can
You
I
got this.
can I detect how evil it is?
I don't know. How would you do that?
Seem friendly to me.
I don't know. Let's see.
I guess we'll find out how much it hates you. That'll help.
Are we all going in, or you just gonna let me go in and you guys wait for me?
Well, look, I'm with you. You go stay out back or stay out front.
All right. Rothber's going in.
Doesn't seem like an obvious trap.
Give me 1 sec.
Who told us about this? Someone in particular, or no?
Yeah, the cleric that's been curing your poison.
Okay, she probably isn't trying to set us up. We're paying her good money.
Yeah.
Unless she's setting us up to get poisoned again so she can charge us again.
Yeah, that's fair.
When we she's setting us up to recover from level drain. That probably cost even more.
Sec here. Okay. Rothbart, you're able to hear. I'm not going to make you make an observation roll because it's your observation's very good. You definitely hear footsteps moving around, kind of beyond that door that opened.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever they are, they're out of sight of like the main path of the doorway there.
Okay.
So what were you doing?
Undead footsteps.
I walked in.
Is anyone else going with him?
Quillen's
Well,
going.
if he doesn't seem like he had to make a save right away or like scream or anything, yeah, I'll come in a few seconds later.
I can't actually move in the room because there's no door there for me to.
I probably have walls on it or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. You know what?
Are we going to the sketch map?
Yeah. But I think I got to make a copy. Wait, yeah, one sec. Hold on.
Guy who didn't come last week.
Huh. One sec. 60, but I don't know. What was it? Something like that. That's terrible. Let's try that again.
Why don't you just use the draw a square?
That would make sense. Let's do that. Let's... Never called that. All right. Gosh darn it. Door. Entry room. Door. Hallway. Door. Door.
All right.
Voice was coming from deeper in the house.
Okay. I can't move my guy since Twillin's right on top of me. The chef is right on top of me. There we go. All right. So I've walked in. I'm gonna check these side. I'm gonna check these side doors. I'm gonna open this up.
Why don't you guys place yourselves wherever you think you might be?
Come on, guys. Great evil. Let's go.
The door is locked,
Okay.
I'll go check the other one.
and a voice calls out from this direction, "Don't keep me waiting." And now that you're in there, you can see there's God damn dog.
Soccer.
Look at my dog. Wait a sec. I keep trying to draw and keep dragging things. There's another door here, but it's kind of like cracked open. So you can tell there's a room beyond it, but you're not really getting a good view because the door's in the way. One second, I gotta get my dog.
Huh.
Chloe, come on. Come on. All right. I've returned.
All right. I checked the north door.
Also locked.
All right. Then I will push my way in here.
Yeah, that door is not a problem.
Of killing people.
Okay.
Should just try and burn the building down.
So like I said, the door up ahead is kind of slightly ajar,
Okay.
and the raspy voice keeps calling you.
I continue on with my holy symbol out.
Okay.
And I'll
Push
kick
that
this door open.
Oh, you
Yeah.
kick it. As you kick it open, you see
Huh.
Is it a horse statue on wheels?
wouldn't that be cool?
Exactly what
Sometimes to pad out adventures, they have you fight the same bosses more than once.
You see kind of a dark man in like dark clothes sitting. Wow, 1 second. I lost my page. Because it was on the other map that I don't have right now. One sec. Three. All right. As you've been walking through, also you haven't seen any like furniture or anything. It's mostly been like a big empty building, other than bones and stuff scattered around. And even at this next hall, as you went in, there were bones along it. There is there's kind of a guy. One sec. He's kind of sitting at a top of a table up there.
Okay.
And you see what you definitely recognize as ghouls, having encountered them so many times. Kind of ghouls lining the. Need a good way to. Nice when I already have the encounters made. It's snapping things to grid. One sec. Why are we snapping to grid? There's no grid.
Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, God.
They're kind of flanking the path to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk in with your holy symbol drawn, they all. He looked like he was about to, like, entertain some sort of conversation with you, but as you kick open the door and he sees the holy symbol, he yells in rage, and kind of all the ghouls also kind of hiss and shriek and, like, start basically to charge at you.
Bye, Adam.
Agreeing on that.
I don't like the sound of this.
You were right behind me. Where'd you go?
I hear a lot of growling.
Cool.
like
is it?
If anybody needs dust for like any reason other than the
Where
action
the hell?
dice,
There we go.
This has all the hallmarks of Jape gets crit in the first round of combat and goes down kind of combat.
Put your holy symbol away, dude.
no longer need
Why?
no longer need dust.
You're gonna get killed.
They're gonna attack me anyway. On one, I back up so that they can't all get at me from the doorway.
Unless.
You
Okay.
have thought.
Well, you still need an initiative.
I'm taking holy. I'm taking holy.
I don't start moving on one.
Never give it back.
What are you trying to do?
Just
Ju-
back up.
I'm never giving.
I don't want to be standing at the door so three of them can get an attack on me. I want to back
No,
up.
I mean, are you doing the 1/3 withdrawal thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, those of you who are doing anything, get an initiative in there because that will matter.
Willen's backing out.
You shut the door on the way.
Yeah.
Ah. What did we say turning was, Derek? D4 or D10? Goes on 5? I don't remember.
I think it's supposed to be a roll, actually.
Okay.
Although, if you want to say it's always 5, I'd be okay with that. But one or the other.
Do I get
No. You can't
reaction?
You can't dexterity your turning faster.
Why not? My hands move really swiftly.
Do you have the fast talking skill?
Okay. What's Basil doing? He heard a lot of yelling in there.
Yeah, he is doing like the spell queuing or spell prepping where he's casting the magic missile, but isn't firing it obviously.
Okay.
I think we all know you're just slowly walking around the house looking for secret doors.
Well, I mean, I stop when things
There could be
when
one
shit goes down.
right behind that guy.
I start backing out.
Yeah. Okay.
Fighting withdraw.
Yep. Woolen, what are you doing?
She's getting out.
Hey, Dave, you can move another segment.
Okay.
Two of these things come rushing down the hallway at you pretty fast.
Oh, I did yell back that these are ghouls. You guys probably want to watch those locked doors too.
This guy doesn't go yet. My bad. Fucking dog, man. Chloe, knock it off. Sit. All right, hold on. I gotta get out the fumble thing. So excited to see them that they trip over themselves. It won't. It keeps defaulting to public roles for me. And I'm not going to click the drop down every single time I roll, which is annoying. Anyway, yeah, that guy fumbled. So, I don't know. He trips over some bones, and I don't know. One of them jams itself into his leg. Damage as he's charging towards you. The other one.
You roll attacks for them from like your combat sheet or something.
Yeah. You remember when you had like you could click on your token and you had buttons at the bottom? You remember that? It was like the first couple sessions. I have those, and that's what I do. And it puts in the chat card, and then I have to go over to the chat window and click it. It's way too much clicking. It needs to be better. Does AC1 hit your shield?
Yes.
All right.
AC 1 or negative
1.
1? 1 is shield.
Take that. Half a point of damage. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, we're probably going to bring the overbearing rules into effect next turn, as all these other things are piling up here. I'm going to skip ahead to. Just make it your initiative. Arden.
All right. Anden's going to turn. So you need a d20.
Where the hell's Arden?
Right there.
All right,
standing
there.
in the doorway.
Okay. Maybe the front two can see him. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
See
Well,
it.
he'll be in the process of turning while more of them show up. Is that
Sure.
Is that
When you have the card up, when you're going to roll, see if you can right-click the button and then do a private roll of that.
It's when I click the button on the card, it brings up a dialogue where I have to select if it's private or not. I have to do it every single roll, which I'm not going to do. Anyway, what'd you get?
I got a 17.
Why do you have 3 rolls there, Dave?
I didn't do the first 2.
I was doing some things.
Oh, okay.
And it's just labeled everybody as unknown actor for me. Again. Let's see, where's the
What
turn
level
chart?
are you for turning?
He's 4th. So 17 will get whites. and 5 HD things.
2d4.
Turning should only be 1d4.
Oh, really? It's the destroy that's 2d4?
Let's see if. I
I believe you.
was just now I can't even find it in the text.
Probably in this. Yep. Up
A
to
successful
1d4.
turn to spell. Okay, a successful turn to spell affects D4 undead. A T or D result affects 2d4 undead.
Okay. Roll your d4.
Do I get honor with this? So that's 3.
Your protege and great honor?
Yeah,
Weird.
as of last session.
So that's cool. All right, so this would be right when they're taking their. This is on 5, right? This is when they'd be taking their second attack. So
Okay.
one dude fumbles again. He's having a bad day. And then AC 0, I assume, hits shield.
Yes.
So the same one that hit your shield hits your shield for 6 this time.
Awesome.
And the other one, who had previously impaled himself with a piece of bone, may have just hit his friend with a claw.
Wow. That is annoying.
What is?
When I click in the field to add a point of damage to the shield, it scrolls back to the top. So I have to scroll down to add the second
man.
point of damage.
I
and
had
it
that
pops
fixed. I had that fixed at some point. All right, he hit his bud. Then maybe because he was in the process of being turned as he was swinging, and he turned in fright, accidentally sliced his buddy open, and a couple of them go taking back off down the, pushing past their friends.
on one of them as they leave.
Yeah, good.
All right.
You could have had an attack by now anyway, right?
Sure.
So just,
I'll
I guess take 2 attacks.
okay. Swing on this guy. Where's my sheet? Combat. Ooh, that was bad.
Yeah. Well, that would have been the first hit. That one would have missed, but now you get a rear attack for the other one,
Okay.
which just roll normal and I'll adjust.
Holy cow.
That one hit. You can do damage with your
All
life
right.
smite.
Combat. Where is my life smite? What's wrong with my machine today?
I assume I need to add some honor in there.
Yep. That is
Add 4 more.
12 and 12 and 4. So
All right.
28.
So the one as he turns to flee explodes as you smack him in the back. The other 2 go running off, and the rest of these guys come pouring out of the tunnel and basically all dogpile on you or try.
Well,
You can have a free attack on one of them.
no, I don't.
You might get a bonus. 1 sec. Hold over there. Right?
It was my intention to go on 5, but I don't think I said it right.
Oh, I missed that. Go ahead.
I mean, I was hoping to hold the line here, but he didn't get far enough.
I might have been able to get one more square back by, what is this, 5?
We can just move all this. That's fine.
All right.
Um, Actually, they have natural weapons, so no, you wouldn't have got. I'm not even sure you would have gotten the free attack, but either way, you wouldn't have gotten a bonus. So yeah, you missed.
Yeah.
So there are 5 of them trying to jump on you. Make an attack roll. Attack. Okay, +4. All right, here we go. Let's see if I fumble again. Well, they didn't fumble, but they do. They're all rushing down the hall, getting in each other's way, trying to grab onto you and just pull you to the ground. And
Yep.
they are unable to get you down. Maybe it's because the other 2 were pushing their way past them, going the other direction. But there's just a wild mess going on there. Chef, what are you doing exactly? Are you trying to hit one?
I was just gonna attack anyone I can get to.
Yeah, you can just hit one. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to put them in a line, but they're essentially in a pile right now.
0 probably hits a ghoul.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I did a private roll. Did you see it?
I did not. I did not.
That's super private. I didn't see it either.
It's maximum privateness. You can just click that button for unarmed damage.
Yeah, I like right clicked it and it was like do private roll, and I was like, yeah, do private roll, but it was too
All right.
private.
It was a good hit. That looks like that is the round.
Oh wait, that was the wrong kind of. I'm using it as an actual sword, which is probably because I get the full bonus. So I'm attacking wrong.
Well, the damage was the 2d4 one. Oh, you were trying to do a real swing. I see. Okay, go ahead and roll the other damage then. I mean, either way, you would have hit. That's not what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I couldn't get the damage thing to come up. Otherwise,
Let's see.
otherwise my damage caps at +8.
So it was 4 more damage. Got it. New round. As you're deciding what you're doing for the round, those of you who are not in that hallway,
Yeah,
Oh my.
those locked doors open.
what I was hoping to
And
avoid.
ghouls come streaming out of them. Or will be streaming out of them. Obviously, they're not just yet. I need to add them to the combat. So many ghouls.
Did we see that before initiative rolls?
Yeah. You can change your action based on that.
So I'm at the bottom of a pile of ghouls. Is that right?
They didn't bring you down. They were trying to. But they
Okay.
failed.
Well, then I'm going to start moving on one. Let me change my roll.
This is not setting the initiative like I want it to. Try to set initiative for a token that isn't in. I thought I added him. My ghoul's not a combat tracker. All right. Let's see.
Are those
Leland is
ghouls
the only
outside the
one.
house or no?
I'm sorry, what? No,
I'm
they're
assuming these ghouls are not outside the house.
not. No, they're in the whatever
Okay.
rooms are off to the side there. Leland doing anything?
Yeah. As I will work out what that would actually be for time wise. Okay.
Leland, you got out just in time.
Yeah, I guess so.
Arden,
Um,
more turning.
can I turn every round? How does
Yeah.
that work?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think until you fail, you can continue turning. I think at the point you fail, the ones you turned would stay turned as long as you're presenting your whole. I don't. That's how I'm going to treat it. Basically, you can keep trying to turn more every round. It's just once you fail, I think you're done for that combat. I don't think you can
All
keep
right.
trying after a failure.
Got a 10 at 4th level. That will. Oh, I got an 11. That will get a ghoul.
All right.
So let me. Uh,
3.
why did yes 3?
I assume it's going to be 3 coming out of the rooms.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna that one and that one. And it's not their turn to go yet, but I'm gonna. Oh, you should be turning till like 5 though, dude.
You're right.
But we'll
Wait,
say.
I
We'll,
said roll.
oh, you
Oh,
chose to roll. Okay, I'm sorry.
yeah.
It just happened to be 5 last time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right, then yeah, I'm just gonna face those 3 the other direction. All right, Basil, what you do? You already got a magic missile in your hands. Now what?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
There's you probably can see some guys because they're in the process of streaming out on one.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire at something that's like coming out of the door, probably. Whatever, like
Like you could see this
based
one
on
for
my
sure.
yeah. So yeah, if there's any that I don't have to move
Yeah, that one
to
right there.
like, all right, then that's the guy.
Are you casting another spell too?
No, why? I mean, can I? Like, I don't know how it works. Like, I would
So
have
you
thought
already
that
have the
I,
one. You already have the one prep that you can release.
yeah,
You can cast an additional one as well, I believe.
I would do that if I could.
What level are you?
4?
Are you only 4? No, you're 5. Okay, so not only do I believe you can release the one you already have prepped, now that you're 5th level, you can simultaneously cast 2 spells at once, as long as they're battle in nature.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
So I mean, if you have 3 magic missile spells, the one from last round, you could theoretically do 2 more right now, even.
Do they have to be the same kind of spell?
No, they have to be either offensive or defensive in nature, so not like utility type spells.
Because what I'd like to do is cast my sphere and another magic missile.
Okay, you can do that. Let's roll battle.
All right.
So the spell you had prepped goes on 1, no matter what. And this is a battle mage only thing. That's why it's weird. And then you can still be simulcasting your other 2 as well, which are going to go on whatever their initiatives would be. So like the other magic missile is going to go on 1, and then your flaming sphere goes on what, like 3, or I don't know. Maybe there's material components, whatever the other one would be. So either way, it sounds like 2 magic missiles get fired off right now. Let's do those first.
Okay.
You're level 5, so essentially this is like 6d4 penetrating. If you just want to do that, and then we can add in the numbers after. Are you in great honor?
I am.
Yeah, just do 6d4p, like do that roll rather than click 6 times. And I'll just add in 6 plus honor after.
Oh yeah, keep them coming.
All right, so 23, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, I believe. So 6 magic missiles go flying out from Basil, and that ghoul, the first ghoul out of the doorway heading towards Arden, just explodes. Pieces of them go flying all over the room. So your other spell, Flaming Sphere, has a casting time of 2, plus it has material components, so I don't know if you've rolled your d4 for material components, but the other one's going to go probably somewhere between like 2 and 5 would be my guess. But you have Dex?
No.
All right. Yeah, so your other spell's going to go on 4. I'll update you in a sec. Oh, this guy. Well, he's trying to get up there. There's kind of a pile of bodies in his way. I'm going to move them off to the side, I think. Just have one guy represent the pile right now. Because he's kind of right behind the pile. He looks like he wants to get in there, but I'm assuming 5 guys all trying to pile on Rothbard is kind of a hard thing to get past. Rothbard.
All right. He was going to turn too.
Oh. You rolled a 1 for both of them?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Okay. Rothbard turns as 1 level higher. So as a 7th level cleric, he auto turns ghouls.
Okay.
I have mass turning, so I get to roll 2d4.
Okay.
So 10 ghouls.
All right. So I'm going to say the ones behind you who can't even really see you are not turned, but definitely all the ones in front of you are turned.
Okay.
Including the ones already turned by Arden. They're also turned by you now. And you do not get a free swipe at them since you're turning and not,
That's
attacking. However, Fane gets a free swipe.
Yeah, huh?
How long do they stay turned?
Typically,
Usually it's
intelligent
until he
undead.
stops plus a little bit more.
Yeah, it can kind of depend on how intelligent they are, but
Or that.
15 damage. Yeah, this one dies. Stains out of the way. Okay.
And I was going to try to move back some, if that's an option.
No, not if you're turning, probably.
Okay.
Chef, you can have another attack. It's basically 1 you would have been attacking on
Uh-huh.
1, and they also would have been fleeing on 1. So we'll just take that last hit as the one that you would have been attacking anyway, and do 1 more
Yeah.
attack for as they flee.
Okay. I want to kill that guy, but there was dudes in the way.
Yeah, there were. He wanted to kill you too, but there were dudes in the way. Yeah, that'll definitely hit. I'll just
I think he wants to kill Rothbard.
do damage to one of them. There we go. What's Big Jim doing?
So I mean, he is gonna try and move in and get in on the combat. Yeah.
He's got a halberd, so that seems possible. Wait, how many did? There, that was the problem. I grabbed one of the turned ones. All right, move on up, I guess, on 2, and then you can go on 3. Probably. Tiger.
You're just going to take a tippy toe this way. Shoot a
Sure.
fool.
Yeah. All right. Probably will
Cold
hit.
shot, somebody.
Sure, why not?
Awesome.
Cold shot to the ghoul.
Cold shot to the ghoul.
You hit, even with some sort of penalty.
Sweet. That was the cold shot penalty.
Oh no, shooting through Arden.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, Big Jim. Now you can take a swing. There's one that just got an arrow stuck in him, but the rest all look fresh. They're all in the process of attacking Anden, but you're simultaneous.
Yeah, I think I'm
with
gonna
them.
just try and hit that one.
Sure, go for it.
It should not have that +1 on there. That was accidental.
That's okay. You hit. You halberd over. I hit a button there. Sorry. You halberd over Anden's head, and I don't know. It says piercing damage. The halberd piercing. Guess maybe it is. You jab the pointy end of the halberd into its face and probably just poke out through the back of its head.
It does say piercing.
I think it might be a weapon that can do hacking and piercing. Well, simultaneous with that, how many are on Anden? 3? 4, because one just died. 2, 3, 4. I got a -3, a -2, and I don't
2
think
hits.
8 hits you. All right. Well, Anden is lucky in that his armor soaks both of those, so the save is not needed. So there's no damage that got through the armor. Fane gets attacked from behind, but even then, I don't know that. Well, you don't get your dex, so actually that might matter. Does AC 6 hit you from behind, Fane? I'm guessing no.
No, like my just monkliness is like 2.
Yeah.
And then I got a +2 ring.
Yeah.
And that necklace.
Yeah. Dave, this
And
is from
I'm
behind.
always in melee combat with people behind me.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Rothbard also, I'm pretty sure is not hit. It hits his armor. There are some bad rolls. This dude steps up and looks at Rothbard with intense hatred.
Does this guy look undead?
Yeah, now that he's close, you can see like mummified flesh, skeletal hands, burning like red eyes.
Awesome.
And he, I guess, tries to kill you. What does AC 0 hit, if anything?
Shield. Which is where my holy symbol is on the shield. So that's what he's trying to hit, I guess.
Sure.
Your shield is drained 1 level.
He's got the wrong stats here. 1 sec. How was it? That's really weird. It shows D4 damage on his thing, but it's definitely a D6. And it rolls a D6 when I click it. Anyway, 3 to your shield.
Okay.
Ready. Did all them. I think until 6 I'm done. Let's see. Basil's on 4. Basil. Flaming Sphere, where's that thing going?
Well, so I got a couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, if a ghoul is turned and takes damage, does that make them stop turning, or do they continue to turn?
If the cleric forces them into melee and starts hitting them, I think that stops the turn. You doing a flaming sphere does not.
Okay. So then my next question is, can I cue the fireball for next turn? Because I'd like to put it in that back room and start burning those ghouls that are back.
Yes, you can do that. And here, a fireball or the flaming sphere?
This sphere.
Okay, I've got it here for when you need it later.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, you got it prepped. Release it on 1 to next turn. Leland.
And it doesn't have to travel, right? It just appears where I want to put it, correct?
It appears within some
in the
certain
correct
range of you.
range. Okay.
Assuming you can see it.
Yeah, so that's why I want to prep it, because I got to move into position to see.
Yeah, 10 yards, 30 feet. You'd probably be able to get it somewhere in that hallway. I don't know that you can get it all the way to the back room.
I kind of want to see if I can hit the bad guy with it and then roll it into that room.
Okay.
That's my
That
plan.
probably will work. What's Leland doing?
Nothing. Pass.
Fair enough. What's Twillin doing?
Well, Twillin didn't know there was a fireball coming, so she's got a web prepared to fill this back room with.
Okay.
She
go
wants
ahead.
to hit.
Realistically, if I see Webbit, I can put the ball somewhere else. So
Yeah.
because I've prepped it. So
Go ahead and make
assuming
your fun roll.
Let's see if it actually is a way.
assuming the GM doesn't have an issue.
So I don't know exactly what my necklace does, but I got a -1. Is it counteracted by the necklace?
Oh.
What necklace?
Sorry, it's a in my inventory. It's called a periapt. It's the thing that you had that we both fought over.
Still -1.
Okay.
And you do 8,000 cubic feet of web.
It's a 10 by. It's an 8. It's an 80 by. I don't know how to read this. It's a 40 feet high, 20 feet wide, 10 feet deep.
Yeah.
Web.
Just keep saying numbers.
It's phrased strangely.
It's 8 of
It'll,
these.
Well, everything. I'll break through it. And
That'll
That's gonna fill the hole.
that's 6 in the back room and 2 up the hallway, so it just gets him. There you go.
What is going on with this web? It's a little bit. Oh god, it's like animated badly. Hold on. I don't understand. Alright, whatever. Distance 10 feet, and it's doing 7.3 by 6.8. What? You not there we go. Got it. I don't know why it's red, but it's red.
It's jiggly.
I think it's that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have the option to do less, though. You might. Let me check that spell.
It says a maximum area.
Yeah. Well, where are you trying to anchor it? Here's the problem. You can't really see that room great.
You can't see back here?
I think you could probably either just like fill that room. I don't know, man. What are you trying to do? Just tell me what you're trying to do.
I mean, ideally, I want to stick all the guys in the back and maybe the big boy, but I don't know how possible that is. I mean, this is fine.
I like getting everybody.
Yeah, it's more fun this way.
All right, let's do that then.
All
You're
right.
wild, Mitch.
Only 2 of us, and there's like 40 of them.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so everyone needs a saving throw of some sort. Saving throw with a -2 penalty versus spell.
Save versus spell at -2.
And the way it's going to work is they're half strength webs, unless you're Anden, or maybe one of the ghouls on him. In which case, you manage to get out of it. I don't know. Maybe the ones in the room with Anden could potentially like back out into those side rooms. But made it. Jeff failed. Rothberg failed. All right. So put it in chat in case anyone needs to click on it. Creatures with strength less than 13, 7 if webs are half strength, are stuck until freed. Missile fire is ineffective against creatures and webs. If you have 13 to 17 strength, you can break 1 foot of webs per round. 18 or greater can break 2 feet of webs per round. Okay. I mean,
Did
pretty much
the?
summed
I
it
guess
up.
I don't know. Did this guy save?
You don't know.
Okay.
Um,
So we can't shoot into this web from outside.
Nope,
You can.
doesn't do anything.
Won't do
your
much.
arrows just hit a web and stop.
Yeah, yeah. Fair enough. What about magic missile?
Did Andy make a save?
Oh, Anden had to make a save.
Yeah. If
I
he
see.
succeeds, can back out though. He doesn't have to do the. Yeah, he fails.
I like failing by 1.
He's right there though. Maybe people can help him get
Well,
out.
you think you had a -2 to that as well. Unless
Yeah,
Well,
he
people-
did.
I got a -2 plus 1 for my honor. So, yeah.
Does magic missile work through web, Derek?
If they are
Yep.
right in the near, like maybe the 1 or 2 right in front of Anden, sure.
You have to be able to see
Yep,
them.
Definitely not the one. Not you can't see anything like beyond the first few feet of the webs.
Okay.
Does that mean he can't put his flaming spear in the back of that?
No, not anymore. He doesn't have line of sight. He could drop it right about on Anden. All right. Well, it's a new round. Yeah. The 3 of you in the middle webbed, assuming you have sufficient strength, which I believe you all do. Dave's at least a third. Yep. You can break a foot, or in Andrew's case, 2 feet. Basically, you can
If
break
the
the area
machine-
around you, so you're no longer entangled, but you're surrounded.
Yeah.
And that's what that dude is doing as well. Whereas all these ghouls seem just completely webbed up.
Does he look like he's doing it at Rothbard speed or at faint speed?
Actually, I guess technically some of these other ghouls need saves.
What initiative? Do you just roll initiative to go start breaking webs?
No, that'll be your action for the round.
Okay.
The initiative for it doesn't really matter. Given that you're breaking a foot, basically right now you're wrapped up in them, and your turn's basically getting your arms and your legs free, and there's webs all around you, and you
Okay.
just you've got your little personal bubble of not webbedness. And then as you want to move, you start basically pushing and breaking through the really thick strands, or lighting a torch, whatever you want to do.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, if you're caught in the webs, don't bother with initiative. That's just your round. If fire happens to burn everything away, honestly, that's still probably your round. I mean, you were caught up in them at the start of the turn, so.
Oh, yeah.
rolling for those guys. At least a 50. Hey, one of them actually made a save. Get this guy. I don't know. A little icon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That probably breaks the turn, but it doesn't matter so much given that they are. It's one of those. Given that they're webbed up, I mean. 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy. Tiger, you're on one.
Eager's gonna walk up and try to pull Andon out.
Okay.
I can't move though. You've got us frozen.
Oh, I'm
There you
sorry.
go. You're good.
I really wish there was a way to change status effects on people. I'm unturning everyone, and it's a. All right, got him. All right, yeah, you can help him get out. What was Andon planning to do this round? Was he trying to free himself too?
Well, you said 13 to 17 could
Oh, so
clear.
he wasn't able because he was. So yeah, Tiger has a 13 strength. We'll just say Tiger can grab onto Andon and over the course of the round get him out.
So yeah, if I don't have a 13 strength, I can't even free myself, right?
Correct. You're just
Okay.
wrapped up and just
Then
like
Andon
all
was
the-
just going to stand there.
all the ghouls who didn't make a save. That's their situation. Is they're just caught. Quillen, what you doing?
Magic missile. It's a level 5.
All right, 3 of them.
3d4 plus 3.
Yep.
Maybe more.
3d4p.
Yeah.
3 dice.
I-
Oh yeah.
You need another d4.
So that's 14.
Yeah, thereabouts. Which one?
Against
Probably the
this guy.
frontmost.
Yeah.
Okay. He took some damage.
Sweet.
Andon.
I
You're doing your
I
thing.
do not. Sorry, I rolled initiative before you said don't.
All right, so no one else had actions that round other than struggling free. It sounds like.
Yep.
All right. New round.
Is Andon free now?
If
Yeah,
you,
yeah, I pulled him out.
So I'm freed up enough to do what? Take an action? Take a full turn, whatever? What can I do once I free myself?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, you guys were all in melee, so how close are you all able to fight each other right now? I'm okay with saying yes, given that you were probably all literally in melee with each other. However, one of the ghouls at your back who had been attacking you was also he's the one who made us safe. So there's also one. We'll kind of say you 4 here, you 3 plus this one ghoul that I have the icon on. I think you can see it. It's this one if you can't.
Yeah.
You are effectively surrounded by webs and able to attack one of the other unwebbed people adjacent to you. Fane could maybe attack the ghoul behind him, but I think doing so would probably end up freeing him as well. You know what I mean?
What just happened?
Uh,
I tried to put an initiative on Ed and he moved.
All right. Whoa, that was damage. That wasn't what I wanted. Did I get that right? Yeah. What's Arden doing?
Firing an arrow. If I pulled back far enough.
That's not going to work.
Even that guy that's right there that we can fire magic missiles at.
Yeah, you can like see bits of him, which is all you need for a magic
Okay.
missile. But
And I do nothing.
Turn him and see what happens in the webs.
this guy reaches out to touch Dave with a claw to the face.
I cut his hand off while he tries it.
You might
Laugh
with
in his
that
face.
roll. This one tries to attack him in the back. It should be an AC 0 rear attack.
To Rothberg.
Yep. Assume that
Yep.
hits because he won't get shield.
Yep. My rear attack AC is 2.
He did 3 damage.
All right.
Armor soaks what? 1 or 2 of that.
1.
It was a penetrate. And are you immune to paralysis? I feel like someone is, but I don't remember who.
Was it me?
I think it should be right now.
Or am I just thinking poison for you?
I'm immune to poison.
Does anyone have like a thing of reaction? I don't know why I thought you did.
We had like 2 or 3 of them last game, but I don't
Yeah.
think anyone's gotten any this game.
All right, well, I guess make a save versus paralyzation.
Paralysis?
Laughed, but
Paralysis?
Yeah. You made it. His claw sinks into you and it goes a little numb there, but you're okay. Chef.
I kill this man.
Okay. Go for it.
AC 4.
That I think I have this guy's stats wrong, so let me check. I think that hits, but I'm double checking. That will hit. Your roll of 2 will hit.
Why did I get a -1?
How did you hit AC 4 with a 2?
Proficiency. If you hover over those, it'll show you where
Oh,
the various
okay.
numbers came from.
Oh, that's right, because it's not a preferred monk weapon. Okay. I kill him. And he dies. Should I be target attacking him for damage or no?
Nah, you just roll and I'll do it. He's medium.
Ah!
Ammo. Your sword cuts into him. He's mad. He's big mad. Robert.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
What
actually,
is-
I'm sorry. That ghoul should go twice more.
Yeah.
Not that I expect him to hit. Oh, that was damage. Do the attack roll first. That one's a definite miss. And the bite is AC 4 from behind.
Nope.
Probably not.
AC 2 behind.
Okay. Ooh. Now what were you doing? I'm sorry.
Do I know what this guy is?
I don't know. Is there a reason you would?
Using my extensive undead slayer knowledge.
Maybe. Undead Slayer. Let's see.
If nothing else, I get to like make a guess at some of the stuff that
You bought this before.
back duration details. Where is
What's your preferred undead, by the way?
Ghoul?
Oh, okay. LOL. He's not a ghoul. Undeads, blah 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 blah. Once they fight a given type of undead, they have 15% chance per level of knowing some characteristic of that type of undead. Even if I think that's after the fight, you have a chance to know, have learned about it. I don't think it's like as you take your first. I don't know. When facing an undead creature of type unfamiliar, here we go. You have a 5% chance to know the characters per level.
Per level?
Yeah, so whatever your percent is, go for it.
So 30%?
Mm-hmm.
5. I'm an opportunist. Thing.
Yeah, you don't know for this one. I don't
right.
think you fought this before. I could be wrong.
Okay. Well. Does AC -1?
Yep.
Let's see. I will get my 2 rolls here. Really? Okay. 17, 4, and 4. So 25.
Ouch.
That's me.
You're wrong.
I have a question.
Yes.
So because of the web situation, Basil is just kind of holding his sphere. I think he can hold it for a number of rounds per, like based
Equal
on
to
his
his
level,
level.
right? Yeah. So I'm just going to continue to hold it.
Okay.
And yeah. Because you can't see through the webs, correct?
No, I was letting magic missiles on the front one because magic missile can hit anything you can see. I'm assuming there's some part of it you can see, but after that, I mean, it's thick. I think that's why they burn like crazy compared to like normal spider webs too. It's almost like one giant massive web.
I like to think that you're dancing around like a toddler holding in this fireball. I gotta go. It's gotta go.
Gotta go. All right. Should be faster. That guy should be that.
I like that you have the whole place up and then really have no idea what's going on after that. You just hear a lot of screaming.
I mean, I'm satisfied knowing I locked up at least 5. I don't know what we're gonna do about these guys in the middle.
Dave, AC 0 from behind.
He just needs to roll an 11 to hit me.
However, your armor soaks that damage for you.
All right.
Hee.
This guy. It's your shield, I guess.
That hits shield.
Fix your shield.
Does necrotic damage hurt a shield?
It's still a claw, but yeah, it does. It's necrotic slashing. Tigger.
You're just gonna start walking down this way to make sure there's no windows or other doors.
We get a circle. All boarded up from the inside.
Yeah,
No.
you guys circled it.
Okay,
There's
he'll keep an eye out.
with a crowbar, you might be able to get in, but
Nah. If that's the case,
So-
he'll just come back.
what's Swillen do?
She's gonna step back. That's it.
And I got to do something about big scary things in Hackmaster literally not ever being able to hit and dying in like 3 hits. It's kind of a problem because they all have ACs of like 3, which is almost auto hit territory for you guys. Cool. Dave. You suck. Armor soaks it. Rothbert.
All right. I go after the big guy. AC 7.
Miss.
All right. That's me.
All right. Here we go. Get her done. Oh, AC 5 does not hit you. Right?
Nope.
I go on
Chef.
8, and I go on 9.
Ooh, fancy. That'll hit. Man, honestly, I'm not going to change it now, but in retrospect, I'm not sure you should be able to wield a two-handed sword. All these whips.
Oh,
should
I just have to be able to. I freed up enough to just one poking thrust, so I know about where he is. I have a 24 strength.
Do
I
your
think
other
I'm
attack
fine.
too. That'll hit. Yeah, that'll do some damage.
Holy cow.
What? The thing intently was focused on Rothbert and never managed to do more than scratch his shield because all the enemies have ACs of like 4 and you guys have ACs of like -6s. Master.
-3.
Yeah, okay, my bad. New round. At this point,
Hey Dave, now that we
What?
fought that guy, what do you think he might have been?
He was a ghoul lord.
We check his ID in his pocket.
Hey, I called one. Oh my god. Why did that not set my initiative?
need to. It's gonna get you before you turn around since you're simultaneous.
Oh no. I started turning last round because,
Yeah. Totally believe you.
hey, the guy was dead last round. I don't need to face him anymore.
You attacked him last round.
What if
you
you're
face whatever
just
you attacked?
every turn you do a 360, and then anyone that attacks you has a 50-50 shot of getting a rear attack all the time.
Set your mouse sensitivity high and just start spinning. He missed you anyway. Wow, how did that? That's so much worse. All right, Robert, try that roll again.
Offered
Hey, didn't fumble.
2,812.5.
Chef.
Are we to 9 already? I guess.
Honestly, I don't think you can
going.
attack this one, Chef. There's a lot of web between you guys.
Okay.
You can attack the one next to you, but after your attack, like he'll be kind of free, not to move
He'll
around,
be dead. He'll
but to
be
attack
dead
you back.
though.
That very well
Yeah.
could be. I don't think you
If
can
I
miss
hit him.
unless you roll a 1. Yeah, you hit.
Why are you trying to get me to roll 1?
It's more fun for me because you could accidentally hit Dave, and that'd be funny.
1 kicker down.
Basil, anything. You can still hold it. I think you got like another 2 rounds left.
Yeah, I'm still holding it.
Somewhere in there, that guy needed 2 more attacks on Dave. Dave probably needed an attack.
Do you like
I missed an attack already.
tiny balls of fire like fall out of Al while he's holding it?
Wait, did I miss it? Because it looks like you hit a -3, Dave.
For my fumble confirmation.
Oh, that's right. That's right. My bad. All right. Well, let me do this guy's other 2 attacks. Not from the rear anymore. So what does he need? Like an at 20 at this point? What's your shield
No.
AC?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
AC no. AC3 is not shield.
I know. What I was saying. What do I need? Never mind. Whatever.
AC2 shield.
Oh, okay. The rest of you kind of hear some snarling going on in there, but that's about it. So 2. I'm assuming, unless someone speaks up, it's just the 3 melee people at the moment. This is you. Attacks again, now simultaneous with Chef. Oh, the one on Chef needs to attack him too. Dave, you're missed twice. Andrew, the ghoul tries to eat you. It's a -2, which I need a nat 20 to hit you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it only missed by 5. Now that we're in melee combat.
Yeah, I'm feeling some problems with Hackmaster as a system as you get deeper into it. And you're up. One.
Okay. Oh wait.
He did. You can roll damage, but he did. Rothbert. He needs one more attack on you before you go, but
Okay. Well, I miss him anyway.
he misses you
Just-
too.
Just how about less one-hit die ghouls and more, dragons and stuff.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure you guys were just smack a dragon down.
These are 2 hit dice.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I did tell you, you can go deeper in the dungeon, but whenever you guys do that, you're like, it's scary down here. We need to leave and go back up top.
It is scary down there.
It was scary. I mean, maybe it's just because of the way you describe it so well.
Green Dragon has a -4 AC. I think that's the best AC in everything. All right, Rothbert, do your thing.
Oh, I get to go first?
I don't know. I didn't roll for him yet, but Basil,
I'm
I think,
making my way.
yeah, you get to go first. I think this is your use it or lose it round, Rothbert. All right, you're gonna need like 2 rounds to get to the next guy, Andrew.
I'm coming. Yeah, you might as well just put it outside and then, maybe you can use it later.
Well,
I mean, Anna's
We
not
don't
there
have
anymore. You can start cooking the front guys. I guess the whole
He's
thing.
gonna light the whole place up.
Go ahead, Dave.
is it my turn?
Yeah,
No. The initiative tracker doesn't say it's anybody's turn.
because I'm not even.
You're
clicking
the
it,
only
so
one going.
It's you and then him 3 times if he's alive.
Hmm.
Yeah, that'll hit. 10 plus 8, 18.
10, 16, 17, 18. Yeah.
All right, 3 attacks coming at you.
Yep.
2,
Shield.
3.
Miss.
2
Shield.
hits. All right.
2 shield hits.
8. 2 and 4. Basil, what are you doing with that flaming sphere? I think it's time to do something if you're gonna or let it go.
And if I burn any of the web, because it's a magic web, like the whole thing goes up, right?
I think that's what it says somewhere.
That's how we were doing it last game. I just don't know if that changed. If that's the case,
Any fire, torch, flaming oil, or flaming sword can set them alight and burn them away in a single round.
I think
Alright,
that sounds great.
That makes it sound like they all just go whoosh. All creatures within suffer 2d4 damage. But those free of strands are not harmed. You don't know
That's
that.
20 d4 to them and only 2d4 to us. That's a clear win.
You cooking them?
I have till the end of the round, right?
No, you gotta do it on one.
You have no idea what's really even happening.
I know. That's why I'm like, but I did see how many ghouls there were, right?
You don't have to. You don't have to set it on fire on one, but you gotta put your sphere out if you're gonna put it out on one.
All right, I will. Yeah, I will put it out. Just kind of behind me, like far enough.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Well, yeah. Basically, that's fine.
All right, Dave. Do your attack.
Well, I did.
This is the next round. All right, I guess roll new in it.
I'm coming for you.
This guy's on 2.
I'm on 6.
All right, he's gonna do 2 of his attacks. 1, 2.
Shield.
Well, let's do the shield first. Oops.
Not the first round of combat. I don't understand.
Was me trying to roll damage and getting a fumble. All right, so the shield hit. You don't even take the shield damage because it was 1, and then the crit. Monster 2 hit dice. Slashing.
I want
Your
to jump in the wind.
is
and
negative
take the
what?
crit.
My AC is -3.
Really?
Cool. Normal hit. Three damage. The armor takes a point because it penetrated. And you need a save versus paralyzation. So many ghouls. Dude, you need to roll.
I want cleric
you need,
saving
You need to
throws.
roll a 6. Okay.
I'm a cleric. It's what I do.
All right, do your attack. I blame Eric for giving Andrew strength. That's who I blame.
AC 6.
Yeah, that hits. Uh-oh. I don't think he's gonna get his last attack.
Maybe.
10, 11. You need to do 2 damage on 2 dice. You got him. All right.
24.
What's happening outside right now? Because these webs last a long time.
6 turns.
Yeah, that's like an hour.
I think we try and work out each ghoul and murder them. We try and pry out each ghoul and we murder them.
I yell, Rothbert, Chef, are you okay? Can they hear us?
Yeah, you can probably hear each other.
Yeah, I got to tear up these webs to get to the next ghoul.
Are you coming out?
There's still ghouls between me and the exit.
All right.
Light it up.
There are-
do you want
There
us
are
to
some
light
shrieking ghouls, but
Do you want us to light it on fire? I asked.
Sure. I ready my holy symbol to turn as soon as these webs disappear.
All right, I motion for the party to kind of move out of the way, and so that I can roll the ball into the doorway. So that's essentially what I'm going to do.
okay. Roll 2d4.
We don't know how many ghouls
penetrating.
are beyond those doors. I don't know if I like this plan. Could be a house full of ghouls.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, the ball's going to stay in the doorway, so they're going to have to come through it to get to us. I'm not going to roll it up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're freeing all these ghouls and letting anything else come out as well.
I'm going to turn.
Okay, do the thing.
I'm doing the thing.
I center myself away from as many webs as I can, and then monkly dodge the fire.
It's okay if you're not caught in the strands. It says you don't take fire anyway. 2d4 penetrating now.
All right.
Amazing.
Are you in great honor?
I am.
All right.
5 damage.
You may want to cast.
And yeah, so that means that the ball is in the doorway, basically blocking anything that's in there. Like, they'd have to go through it basically to come out. Yeah. Yes. Yes. That.
All right, Dave, which way are you facing when you turn?
Are they looking at us or me?
Dude, I don't know. You said you were turning as soon as the webs came up.
Sure.
They're probably all twisted around in who knows what direction.
I'm gonna turn the ones in front of us so we can get out the door.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make your. Well, it's automatic. Roll your number turned. I mean, it's going to be 3 at least, and that's probably all that really would be affected right now. So, so as soon as you the webs go away, you see the 3 in front of you. You turn them. They probably go running side rooms rather than through the fire. And what is Fane doing?
I mean, I go with Rothbard, so I'm just waiting to see what he's doing.
Rothbart was turning this round.
Yeah.
Did
Okay.
he not move
I am also turning.
So you're standing next to Rothbart this round. Is what I'm
I have a bunch of holy symbols on me. I am also turning.
Did anyone else have a thing they were doing as Basil was rolling the fire into the webs?
Nope.
All right, new round.
I'm turning with my holy symbol of set.
You want a holy symbol of Thoth?
I have a couple of those.
So I yell to them, I'm going to roll it into the door to the right so you guys can get out. So that they're prepared for that. Okay? The door to my right.
Okay.
What's Rothbard doing?
I'm moving on 1.
Okay. Then on 1. Okay, so Basil's rolling the ball, right?
Yeah.
This way.
Yep. Into that doorway.
You guys are running out the door. This way.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And I'll stand there and see if they are they making a move to leave the house?
No, they were coming out of the room. They're probably intercepting you and taking a swipe as you go by, or trying.
Okay.
The rest of them are rushing down the hall towards you. But you're going to be faster, so you can get. And then you're what? You're posting up and.
Yeah. I just want to make sure they're not coming out. I don't assume they will come out of the house into the, daylight.
I think 2 will get a swipe at Fane, but they need like nat 20s. So here we go.
You can do it.
And I did not. Why don't you just go in there and solo him, Fane? You need the honor.
How much honor is that worth?
Do it and find out.
That would be cool if Rothbard ran out and then I closed the door. And then you just heard karate for a while.
Don't worry, I got them.
So the ghouls start rushing forward. You guys run out of the house into the sunlight, and they all kind of pull up short.
So they won't come out during the day.
There's fire burning over there. They're kind of staring at you this round. Anyone else
You
doing
gotta loot the house.
Better shoot
not
'em.
leaving this house unlooted.
Not good. Roll some shots.
Yeah, Arden will take some shots.
Called shot to the ghoul.
I mean, so far, what? Dave's taken like 2 points of damage.
I did it.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two points.
Plus. Did you have your -2 for the called shot in there?
I did.
You're at +7 when doing -2. That's gross.
Distance from me.
Jesus. I did 4 points of damage. 2 shots.
You had a severity 20 crit to its wrist. Roll 2
Sweet.
additional damage dice.
Okay. So I usually do 1d8. So you're telling me to do 3d8?
Yeah.
Plus 3?
No, well, 2 additional damage dice would be. Oh, that was Rothbard who had the other roll. Yeah, that's fine. 26, you can great honor.
Yes, but I included it. Well, yeah, it's 26.
It'd be 27, I think.
When you penetrate, you do 1 less damage, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, no, but it
Oh, the die counts as it
adds it correctly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the who are you shooting?
This guy.
LOL. He's got a hit point left.
Andon hit him for 4.
Oh. Well, he doesn't have a hit point left.
Teamwork.
Anyone else had anything they were doing?
Yeah, I had a second shot.
Okay, go ahead.
Fall shot to the ghoul.
Mm-hmm. You hit. Nice. All right. After that round, the ghouls go running off out of sight, pretty much.
What a bunch of cowards.
They kind of started running, pulled up short. Arrows started flying in. They don't really seem to want to go outside to get you, so they just kind of all back off by the time the round's over.
Now's our chance to clean him up.
I'll do it this way. Oh, I think I found out why people disappear from the combat tracker. It has to do with if enemies are on the map, but I flag them as invisible, sometimes it gets confused and you think you're invisible, and then you can't see yourself in the combat tracker. Or party members, or whoever it decides is also invisible. Some weird bug.
Why did these doors open?
Those are open right now. Yeah.
Which way did they open? Can we
Block
away
like into the rooms, away from the way.
Okay. So if we wanted to handle one room at a time, we wouldn't be able to do that, or we wouldn't be able to block them from this side.
Well, we can. I mean, we got my fireball that'll last for a while, right? I forget how many rounds, but
Are you gonna walk in there and push it through the
I think at
rooms?
this point it's only about 2 more rounds. I think it's 1 round per level.
okay, fair enough. Never mind. Never mind.
We could just burn the whole house down after we get that guy's gear.
Weirdly, the house doesn't really seem to be catching fire like you think it might.
Fire resistant.
It's got good insulation. I say move in.
We're going back in and handling them in smaller groups. I don't want to stand in the middle of them.
Why not? We were doing fine.
That'll be fine.
Are you just gonna walk back in to where we had the problems before?
I did, yeah. I'm looking for
Okay.
him.
I'm coming with you, buddy.
That's what I meant by taking it in center. I meant by taking it in center. Got it.
Where you headed?
I'll just
Do your turn thing. That seemed to work good.
So I don't
can't-
really want to roll out a fight with a bunch of 2-hit dice ghouls that can't hit you and that you can auto hit and that Dave can just keep turned. So yeah, you go room to room and you finish the ghouls off. If everyone's happy with that.
SWAT tactics.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like an hour of absolutely nothing happening.
Well, you should have some, small chance to land a crit that you
Yeah, I
should
was
be
gonna
able
say, I
to
get a few crits in there.
roll out, maybe.
If Dave's not farming best hit, he can just keep them turned automatically. 2d4 plus
I
2 of
can't
them.
get that hit. Not with that 40 damage he did.
What?
The Fane already did 40
Oh.
damage on a hit. I can't get there.
Well, you know what I'm saying though, right?
Yeah.
Like There's no.
You should
real...
just roll percentile dice to give yourself like a 4% chance to land a crit on somebody, and then randomly determine who
4%
it would have
chance.
been.
Feign dies. Oh, I got 58.
All right. Anything super special about this house other than the fact that it's full of ghouls?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta do a few things. XP. All right. Yeah, you go through the house. It does not really have any furnishings other than maybe a table here and there. No chairs, no couches, no beds. It's just like
Was that including the blobs or no?
I don't know what blob you're talking about.
The first 2 blobs we killed.
I already gave you the blobs earlier.
Oh, I missed it.
I hit the button to apply to everyone, so you've got it. Going back to the room that the guy had been sitting in, there's a little like closet off of there where there was a whole bunch of coins and gems piled up. But also, as you go through and kind of go through scattered bodies, you find some various other things. And using Tina to look for magic, as I'm sure you do, here's the total haul. Actually, let me. So wow, it's a weirdly even number of coins. It's weird how that happens. I am going to just tell you the gem values because I don't want to create a bunch of gems. Especially since you can get them appraised pretty quickly anyway. Oh, that's it. I check chat. There's one other thing, but I gotta look up what it is because I do not.
Dibs on the arrows.
Magic longsword.
It's weird that we don't come across this that often.
You don't come across what?
Magic longswords.
You just did. Right now.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time.
Well.
Pick it up, and I speak the command word Zippo. What happens?
Nothing.
Damn it.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
Why don't you give Arden like 4 of those magic arrows, just so he has some magic arrows?
Okay.
So, given that this house is like fireproof, maybe we should fix it up. It should be our new house.
Give yourself 4 arrows.
Well, they're magic, so I need to figure out.
I don't know how to give them to you.
It is a magical feather.
Oh, can I call them sheaf? More convenient for me. Oh, wait, what? That's a type of arrow, right? Feather? No.
No,
Oh,
the thing I didn't have on the list yet was a feather.
gotcha.
No, I can add arrows to people. Who's carrying what?
4 of them to what's his name?
Yeah, what's his name?
Tigger. And
That's what I was asking.
4
What's
to
his name?
Arden and 8 to Tigger.
I already got mine.
I don't think you do.
They're a type of magic arrow. That doesn't
Oh.
mean they're +1. That could
Fair
be
enough.
anything.
You're right.
They could be elf slaying.
Brandon has 4 of these. Tigger has 8.
Yep.
I'm sure if you go digging through the item, you can probably figure it out, but don't. What else do we need? The coins, I assume you guys can add. Gems, you can just write down however you want. Magic longsword, that one I probably need to create.
These just look like regular arrows, Derek.
Because we haven't identified them yet. They're magic.
Okay, but they just
Correct.
say sheaf arrow.
Correct.
I'm gonna put magic at the end.
Go for it. Sword. Who's picking up the magic sword?
Rothbard will take it.
All right, Rothbard. Let me get your sheet open. Incoming. Called magic sword. It's in your sheet somewhere.
Yep.
What else we got? Arcane scroll.
Quillen can take that, unless somebody else wants it.
At it.
Don't let your eyeballs get away. Gotta get one of those.
I can just read an arcane scroll, right?
I cast read magic,
Well,
and your
I'll
eyeballs
do
might
it
explode.
tomorrow. I'm used to it. I've built up a tolerance over years.
You gotta. Twillin needs her own first level mage protege, whose only job is to check out new scrolls and spellbooks.
That's what goblins are for.
I'll
Oh,
pick
if you're
up all
gonna-
the coins for now. In
Okay.
the gym.
You can add those to your sheet. All right. I have the scroll on your sheet as arcane scroll. Goals. All right. I did. All right. There you go. That probably takes you, a couple hours to go house by house through the room. I'm sure you're turning it over for whatever you can find. It turns out, other than bones everywhere and like broken bits of equipment, though, really most of it was.
Did Basil and Tina find like the secret trap door to the secret treasure room basement?
I mean, we were looking.
Nope.
I don't know if we found it.
Oh, I guess one other thing you do find, which is weird, are these 2 giant stone hands that look like they'd be like part of a giant statue.
Oh, I bet they belong to the head. I bet there's a subplot in here where we have to collect all of the head's parts.
I hope you're right.
The big bad guy didn't have anything on him, or was that all he had? Was
He did
the
not
stuff
have a single thing on him.
weird?
The big
Were
bad
his
guy
clothes
who didn't hurt
clothes, or
anybody.
was he like
that big bad guy?
Big bad guy that died in 2 turns. Yeah.
he was like he was a physical body though? He wasn't like
Yeah,
ephemeral or anything.
he had a physical body. Hey, Dave.
Hey, what?
You got a 75% chance to learn something? Is that right? 15 times your level?
I think you were naive.
That's weirdly high. But okay.
But how,
Sweet.
10 times my level?
That was 15.
Oh.
Oh, whatever it is.
Well, I got I'm an opportunist, so 5 more.
Of course you are. Yeah, based on the scratches he was making on your shield and your vast knowledge of undead, you're pretty sure that he potentially could have level drained you, or drained the life force from you. We will say.
Okay.
You know, had he ever hit at all.
That's why I stand next to Rothbart when there's big bad undead. Cause they go for him.
It would have gone very different if he'd failed his paralyzation save on that first ghoul, though.
That actually might be an awesome thing to have your protege be like a just a target for the super scary undead.
Just tie him to like one of those hand trucks, but like wrap him in plate metal, so he can't
With
move on his own, but nothing can hit him. You just
and his front chest piece has his holy symbol on it, so he can attempt to turn things while you roll him around.
I don't treat it like an RPG taunt where they can't go for someone else though if it's not working. But in this case, Rothbart's actually easier to hit than you anyway, despite a shield and armor and your monk being very broken.
It makes him pretty slow. All that armor. Wonder how broken D&D would be if you switched to the more like damage reduction version of armor.
Probably pretty broken.
I wonder how many hit points armor would have to have.
Hackmaster's really weird in that higher level. You just everybody auto hits each other, which we'll see how that plays out. We haven't gotten that high level in Hackmaster. Depending how this goes, it might be the last game of Hackmaster ever for me. So we'll see. The wheels are starting to fall off in places.
I could see just doing straight 2E, but with like honor mulligans, and I don't know if you probably can't do the pluses and minuses, but I like the mulligan system somehow, some way.
The pluses and minuses aren't that bad because it's usually you guys that have them and not the monsters. So +1 to hit in the scheme of things, +1 damage per die, not that big a deal. Especially since
Or
you're not
maybe
penetrating.
Oh, that's
Anyway, it's late. We'll stop there. There's 20 minutes. Well, I don't know. What are you guys doing next? Might as well figure that out.
You want to go to the mausoleum?
There's probably undead there, Dave.
Yeah, I'll get
You're
my
on a roll.
grave robbing kit.
Is that
I want to
shovel?
get rid of some of this stuff because I can't carry all these coins around. These were thousands of coins.
It's 5,000 copper coins.
You can just put them in the private room with my protege. He can sit on them.
100 gold worth of copper
I
coins.
actually kind of like the idea of having at least one protege like behind all the time, so we can leave shit.
You need someone to recruit the next party on the off chance you TPK. I'll unmute. You guys can hear that sound if you want.
I want to go grave robbing.
If you're actually going there next session, I'll make a map for it. There might not be any combat, but it'd be an easy map to make. I'll just use Dungeon Draft and set up one sarcophagus,
rectangles.
and then I'll use the thing that like semi-randomizes its orientation, and I'll just drop like 300 of them. It'll be great. Then it'll turn out
Sounds like a
there's
plan.
no combat there at all. All right, everyone's on board. That's where you'll be going.
Sounds good.
Let's say there's nothing there, and you're done in 20 minutes.
We're going to check out that other path that we didn't check out with the 25-foot high.
All the way up
Let's
to the
say-
northwest to the
Let's say
corner.
that only takes 20 minutes. Once you're
Go to the
done clearing
island.
these tunnels-
The underground island in the lake.
I don't want to go across the water. Water is scary.
Yeah, water doesn't do hit point damage. That just drowns you.
tentacle things are in the water usually.
I don't need to roll and hit you with drowning.
There was a really big flying thing in there that seemed bad.
Yeah.
Could have been one of those avatar mounts. Who knows?
Okay, so I hear that. I'm either way. I'll probably end up making a map for that because if you
Okay.
but maybe not by next week if that's not where you're going next week. Assuming you clear those caverns you've been looking at the last few sessions, though, what would be next?
That sounds like a question for
Or
Eric.
does there need to be a guy sitting in the tavern ready to give you a mission? Which I don't know what that would be, but
I know I've said it 100 times, but I think we're ready to kill a couple hundred monkeys. I don't think it's going to take that long.
I don't know. Those we got pretty lucky with those 6-armed guys. Like the last time we fought them, even though it was a while ago. I mean,
We've all gained like 3 levels since then.
One of those guys almost killed Fan in a single turn.
Yeah, but that was old Fane.
Yeah.
yeah. But then Eric shrinks them down, and they all do 1 damage per hit.
I mean,
They're all their strengths, so they do 1 plus, you know.
You guys just need to farm Arcanum so you can really charge up Adam's Shrinkinator,
Dinky dink.
and just get yourself a little like ant farm of baboons.
Maybe we should continue the quest for Ross Kelly because he's got to go down.
He's doing things right now too. It's gonna be great.
He's amassing an army.
The worst thing that could happen is if something else killed him and we found his body. I would be traumatized.
But you could raise
I
him.
would have to take him back to the temple, pay the money to raise him.
Dave can do that. He can use the bad ones.
I could use the bad ones.
Oh yeah,
It's more fun that way.
But only if he's died like really recently.
yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That'd be fun. Would your god be up for us killing Ross Kelly like however many times this con allows, and then leave him alive with like a count of 2 and like 40 plus?
Probably not, because there's no money in that.
There'd be some money in it for you.
That guy could have hit you on a 16 or better, Andrew. He had a shot.
Yeah, I didn't get to see what he was rolling, so I didn't know what his Thaco was, so I didn't know how scared to be.
Yeah. He just rolled really bad tonight, was all it came out to.
My main issue, like if the ghoul takes down Dave, then that guy, yeah, then I've had problems. Very good job not going down, Dave. Thank you for your low saving throws.
Yeah, good job on your saving throws. It would have really been fun for me if you got
I
paralyzed,
also need
though,
to
'cause
find.
He would have fed on you.
I also need to find that one cultist guy. This is my second nemesis out there somewhere.
I probably would have finally hit you and done 1 damage, and your armor would have soaked it. Actually, that saved you from quite a few hits tonight.
I wonder what his like RP speech at you was going to be if it wasn't you.
Well, he also kicked the door down. That's just rude. Who does that? All right. I don't think I heard. Was it baboons? That was the only alternative I heard. I have maps for that already. So
That's my vote. Oh, it's even better. It's easier for you, Derek.
well, I mean, I got maps for various things.
Is that the last place
I'm
on
gonna
that
be
level
honest,
to
I'm
clear
probably
out?
not making a map next week anyway.
Eric, is that the last place on that first level
These
to clear
maps
out?
are fine.
I believe so.
The baboon level?
That I know of.
The big crazy maps are fun for exploring, but like given the amount of time that takes, I don't know that it's worth it.
Well, compared to what though? Because there's
compared to the beautiful ditties you just drop on the spot.
The problem with that is I need to flip between that and then the PDF to look at the. If I can't drop the map notes on where the thing goes, I have to flip to the PDF rather than just clicking on the map to bring up the description. And then part of the work isn't just making the maps, but it's also getting the encounters prepped so I can just drag them onto the map. Whereas tonight, like, obviously when you got to the treasure, I had to start creating it on the fly, and I just start dragging ghouls around. Like, I don't know. It's a lot more work on this end. I have to do the work either way, I guess, for that stuff. I'd rather do it outside the game. But you're right, though. The maps are a pain. There are some. It didn't
that
work for
area-
the caverns. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that area down there is the only place I don't have mapped, and I think we now know or have the book to do the stuff around the well if we wish to.
There was the inn underground that you guys were at briefly, right? That one I took like the black and white map and added walls to, so I might do some more of that. The problem is sometimes it accidentally shows secret doors, but it also doesn't deal as well with things that go over and under each other because it's all shown on the same map. It doesn't have a way to not show both at the same time. And some areas, like if there's a secret room, they just don't even have it on the map. Sometimes they show the door by accident, but not the room. So then I have to. I guess I could draw something in those cases, but still, those two save a lot of work. I might do that if you end up back on like the end level. I don't know if I'm ever going to do maps for that. There are other people playing this though, and some of them have made maps. In fact, one guy sent me the halfling level. There's a whole entire section of map, probably bigger than any of the sections you've been on, that I had not created yet because you guys were never really going that way. And someone did that and sent it to me, so I was happy about that. I don't have to create that.
Nice. You're talking the Beastman area?
That direction. I actually have maps for the Beastman area.
I do, 'cause
You guys have never gone that way, really. So the biggest problem with this is you guys can go up and down that chasm through like 12 different levels if you have the mobility for it. Just kind of pop off anywhere.
Yeah, we'll get right on that.
But yeah, if you ever end up somewhere that I'm not ready for, I'll just draw it by hand and it looks beautiful. Or, there you go. The bat flies around.
Bats. Why'd it have to be bats?
And then make you guys map it. It'll be great. Be the best.
He's
Thanks,
flying.
Adam.
He's flying.
High quality animation.
Oh, here, this is for you guys. We're victorious. I damaged Dave's armor. That's my win for tonight.
Yeah. Tore the shit out of that armor. I just paid to get it fixed.
I could have completely destroyed it. That felt rude.
Yeah, well.
And that didn't seem to fit with the armor damage system. So. All right, so... Oh, so here's the weird thing about those oozes, right? They don't take damage from most magic. And they're literally like ooze. Yet normal weapons do damage. I don't get it. I don't get how you're just like stabbing it with a sword and it's like... Ow. Doesn't make sense. D&D's confusing, man. Screw the rules. I'm going to change everything. I'll do what makes sense to me, and you'll all be very confused because it won't make sense to you. You'll all die. Then you'll be mad. It'll be great. Anyway, again, as you find out over the next weeks when you're going to be out for Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever, just put it in there.
I mean, obviously week of Black Friday, I'll be on call, so I mean, I don't know how that's going to play out, but.
Okay. Well, I'll put you as a maybe. I already have the game as a maybe because I don't know if I'll be back in town at a reasonable time that day. But I probably will be. I also have the first listed as a maybe. I won't be anywhere, but that's the day after New Year's Eve, right? So
yeah.
It's the less exciting day. And I put Christmas as a hard no.
Probably a good call.
As much as I'm all sure we just love to play Half-Past on Christmas.
I'm literally gonna be at my house alone at Christmas.
Oh,
Anka's gonna be in Romania, and my parents will be in Florida. So if you want to do a solo session,
go. I'm pretty sure I will be in Ohio. I'm gonna stop streaming.